right, there you have it. Beach Boys, Good Vibrations. Good morning, everybody. That's how we start with the Beach Boys. Got Vic Henley in studio and Jim Florentine. What's up, guys?
We starting that like a cheerful Monday morning song.
I knew you were going to have a problem.
No, I don't have a problem with it. Because there was a station I was listening on the drive in, and they were playing Manic Monday. So
oh, really?
Like, ugh.
It's just another Manic Monday.
Prince wrote that.
That's right. That's
Susanna Hoffs.
No, we're not doing it because of that. And I know you wanted to hear Johnny Cash Hurt because Johnny Cash died 13 years ago today. And that song gives you chills, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Florentine? Yeah, that was one of the sickest songs ever recorded, I think.
Even Trent Reznor said, basically, after he heard it, he goes, that's not my song anymore. It's Johnny Cash's.
I heard the story that when Trent heard it for the first time, they actually turned it off in the middle of it. They got so depressed and went, oh, shit. In a good way, like, fuck, look what he just did to our song. It's amazing.
Right.
And they actually had to go outside and look at the sun. They were so bummed out immediately by that, right? You've heard the story?
It's like when I see Florentine do comedy, I just want to quit.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Thank you. No, but and Trent probably wrote that like some one-night stand that he fell in love with, and she just blew him off. Yeah. But meanwhile, Johnny does it about his wife.
Right.
And he was madly in love with for years.
And the video. Yeah. And then stupid MTV doesn't give him Song of the Year. They gave it to, maybe look that up, because that was very controversial. A bunch of years ago. I guess
that led to the
13 years
T-shirt.
ago.
Was that when he also was that the finger T-shirt?
No, the finger T-shirt came out before that. Yeah, I believe so. But the video is
so good.
Is Johnny Cash showing you his old Hall of Fame, right? Not his Hall of Fame, his museum, the Johnny Cash Museum,
across the street from the Country Music Hall of Fame,
and it's in shambles, which just shows you nothing matters in the end. Enough time goes by and we're all forgotten. Even Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Remember the records were off the wall and everything was just closed down. Did they ever reopen that?
Oh, I think so.
Fix that joint up?
If that didn't make someone angry and write a check
and go, what the fuck? Yeah. We gotta take a broom to this place and
didn't he do
fix
Danzig?
It back up.
He did Danzig too, number 13.
Yeah.
He did number 13.
Oh, yeah,
Rusty Cage by Soundgarden.
Yeah, I know he did that one.
It was so.
He should have done Mother.
Yeah,
that would have been pretty cool. Anyway,
anything at the end, he was any of those. He did gospel songs. If you walked in there and turned on the machine at the end of his life, he was singing that day. And all that shit's amazing as far as I'm concerned.
People were just lining up to sing with Johnny Cash, knowing that he wasn't going to be around too much longer.
Right. I think it's somebody, Cold Heart, he did. Hank Williams covered somebody, but everybody showed up. Springsteen, Warren Zevon, anybody that was alive was going there. It was like a pilgrimage.
It sounds like a lot of those songs never made the light of day, though, right?
Somebody kept sending them. Rick Rubin, I think, was working on it.
Yeah, Rick was the one who resurrected his career, basically, by saying, do these cover songs.
I would imagine, though, there's probably a few more out there. Maybe we'll get to hear it down the road.
Well, by the end of one of the last ones was like my mother's hymn book because they were just sitting around doing gospel.
Oh, really?
By then, not in a mean way, but okay, I'm just going to sing my own eulogy.
Did 50 Cent come by and sing Into Club?
I know.
With Johnny Cash? Into Club?
Thrift shop.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Right.
It's Jay-Z. It's a Hard Knock Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny Cash, 50, I think it's called Birth.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
We started with the Beach Boys because I'm reading Mike Love's book, and he's coming in tomorrow from the Beach Boys. And Mike Love, this book is really, really good. I'm fascinated by the Beach Boys story because it's really just a fucked up story. Do you know anything about the Beach Boys and Brian Wilson?
I know a little, but I don't know the whole craziness behind the scenes.
I know the mean dad stuff. Yeah, just
Mary Wilson,
the tormenting.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, everything. It's been done in 80 movies, but that's smoking a cigarette and screaming at him.
Have you heard the Mary Wilson audio?
Yeah, no. There's
wow, I can turn you on to something. This is rare that I can turn Vic onto something.
He's just a giant dick yelling at him.
He comes in, he's drunk, and he's like, come on, guys. If you can find one of the Murray Wilson...
he wrote one song, was his thing. So he was a jingle guy. And
okay.
So before they hit, he had to... So whatever they did, he's like, I know the goddamn music business.
Right.
He's just a dick.
And his son is just a genius, but he makes it all about himself. Good old Murray Wilson.
It's wonderful.
Who took out...
If you like the Dick Dad stuff, it's classic.
If you like that.
Yeah, I do like the Dick Dad stuff.
You know, Carl Malden, Fear Strikes Out. It's one of those. It's just amazing.
If you like that. If you like that sort of thing.
If you like
this is beautiful. Which year did Brian Wilson not hear in? I think it was his left ear. I'm trying to remember. But
yeah, I think so.
Basically, Murray Wilson took care of that. He was the reason why he couldn't hear from one of his ears.
Smacking him.
Yeah.
Just from smacking him?
Yeah. Some say it was some kind of illness, and a lot of people say, no, it's Murray Wilson beating the shit out of his kids.
And whacking them.
And Brian Wilson can't hear in one of his ears. And then Murray Wilson sold the Beach Boys catalog for like pennies on the dollar. Just one day announced that he sold the entire catalog when that would be worth just a ridiculous amount of money if he just waited a little longer. Then when the Beach Boys fired their own dad, Murray Wilson decided to get another band together. He was trying to get a band to compete with the Beach Boys, his own sons.
Like
and
the Surfmen.
Yeah, well, I forgot the name of the band. It didn't really work.
It didn't take off. They didn't even put a record out or anything.
I don't know. I think... I don't remember. I'm trying to remember that part.
I'd be curious to hear the song.
It's nothing that we would know.
Right.
So maybe, the Sun Rays. That's right.
See,
Thank you, Paul.
I said the Surfmen.
It was the Sun Rays. He came in to the studio while the Beach Boys were doing their thing and was bragging about his new band called the Sun Rays. And the whole thing was to try to take out his son's band.
And they never even got mad at him. He would come in and be just a giant douche of life. And they're like, okay, Dad, good for you. Hey, all right. They never punched him. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, okay, man, cool, whatever. Hey, I just fucked you for $80 million. No problem.
I think they fought back. But Mike Love gets a bad reputation. And in this book, he comes across pretty well. I mean, it's him writing about his own life story. So he says that stick to the fucking formula. Mike Love would tell Brian, like, what the fuck you doing? Let's just stick to the formula. It's working. But Brian Wilson was bored with all that crap, and he was competing with the Beatles. It was the Beatles and the Beach Boys pretty much competing against each other. And Brian Wilson wanted to, make more significant and trippier records. And Mike Love was more like, let's just keep playing the hits.
Right, yeah, we got this market cornered.
Yeah, let's just keep doing what's working. But Mike swears he never said that, and he was into, Brian Wilson expanding the horizon of the band.
All right.
So, and Good Vibrations that we played to open up the show, Brian Wilson wrote that, or the band wrote that. Brian Wilson wrote the music, and Mike Love wrote the lyrics on a 20-minute car ride to the studio. They were going to record that song, and he still didn't have lyrics. So I think the story goes, his girlfriend was driving the car, and he had a notepad and a paper, and he wrote those lyrics on the way to the studio for Good Vibration. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, and Brian Wilson did the music for that, like I said, at the age of 24. And I believe this is what me and Vic were arguing about right before the show.
Yeah, this was the one. I think it was that. He was trying to do other things. He was working on Pet Sounds, maybe.
It was Pet Sounds.
This was in the middle. All the surf things had happened, and they were getting on him. And he was, oh, you want something? I'll give you something. Yes. And he gave him this.
Yeah. Yes. Pet Sounds was like just, some say, one of the greatest records ever made.
McCartney's favorite.
McCartney's favorite song is God Only Knows. McCartney thinks that's like just a perfect song. And then the band was getting on him like, all right, you did your Pet Sounds thing. Come on, let's, get back to the formula. Even though, like I said, Mike Love said he didn't really say it. And Brian threw Good Vibrations at him like, all right, here's your song. But then after that was a massive drop off. And I was talking to Vic. Did they ever have another Brian Wilson hit after Good Vibrations? I know they had Kokomo and stuff, but We're talking at the age of 24, Brian Wilson, you know, there was a major drop-off because he went and started working on that Smile record, which destroyed the band.
Kokomo was when I DJ'd illegally in high school, if you wanted to send everybody fucking home immediately, you just threw on Kokomo. Cleared the bar out
That was
every single time. That's that one and Chubby Checker and the Fat Boys doing the twist.
Yeah. I was DJing weddings at the time, and that was a big... that one would keep people on the dance floor. Kokomo
really?
For me, at a wedding.
At a wedding, of course.
Yeah, corny white wedding, that would keep them on the... Yeah, and I was forced to play it, and it was tough.
That was my room clear. That was my get the fuck out of here. You know, everybody wanted to hear Prince or funk.
Right.
I'm like, no, fuck you, Kokomo.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their music after Good Vibrations, and yeah, they tried Heroes and Villains. I know that was like the next one they try to work, and it just fell flat. It didn't really chart. And then I'm looking at a lot of songs I personally don't really know by the Beach Boys.
We started working with the writer, the dude. I can't think of his name.
When did Kokomo come out? Like late 80s, like 80s,
like 81.
Yeah, I think it was early 80s, right, Vic?
If I'm illegally DJing, that's around that time.
What do you mean illegally?
Oh, 88.
88. Oh, wow, shit. Way later. I'm wrong. Totally.
Oh, yeah,
I was not illegally DJing.
I thought that was... yeah, okay.
How do you illegally DJ?
I had a fake ID, and there was a college bar that needed a DJ,
fake ID. Okay, I was wondering.
So I would from 8:30 to 2:30 in the morning. I would DJ and then get up and go to high school.
You were still in high school?
Yeah, I was in 11th grade. That's why it was illegal, because I had a fake ID.
But who else was going to be the DJ?
The idiot didn't show up one night. Okay. My friends were in there, and somebody went, Henley can do it.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Let Henley do it.
Well, at that time, it was just put on Parliament, because all the songs were 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you bang any chicks? DJing?
Right and fucking left. Are you kidding me? I was 16.
Put a long song on and go,
right.
Absolutely.
Fucking Sad Eyes, Robert John.
Right.
Not a boy.
No, all the time.
I did that too. Yeah, put like a 9-minute song on.
Yeah, my friend was, we would not play 2 or 3 songs in a row, but then every now and then, so the chick was so hot, he like, put the fucking song on again, because the dude, you know, there's like 3 of us.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to the van.
The van.
Put that one on 3 times in a row.
One time I fucked up this couple's wedding. I was playing their wedding song was on a 45. And it was like my first big wedding. There was like 400 people there. I'm like 19 years old. I'm in a tuxedo. I was working for some company or whatever. And I introduced it. I go, here's their song, whatever it was. And I put it on. It was on 33 speed. And I had to go take a shit because I was so nervous. So I just put it on. And I ran to the bathroom and I'm on the bowl. And it's on fucking playing on 33. And I hear people coming in. Where the fuck is that DJ? I can't believe, did he do this on purpose? And I'm on the shit. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And then I came out and everybody is looking at me. And they're on a dance floor just kind of dancing with it. I'm like, hi. Can we start that one over? And then...
you should have just blamed it on your equipment or something. Power, surge or something. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was saying fast, and it would be slower, actually. I was thinking it would be faster. 78 would be faster. 33
Yeah, 33 was a yeah, it was like probably like a Whitney Houston ballad or some shit.
You should have told him you wanted the moment to last a little longer, because it's a very special moment.
Yeah, I should have gotten the mic and go, look, you guys aren't going to last that long anyway.
Right.
Longer than the wedding.
I could see the tension.
Very, very nice. Did we get some Murray Wilson audio? There's some great clips up there. What else did I wrote all sorts of notes. The turmoil between Mike Love and Brian Wilson. Mike Love named Pet Sounds, the actual album. He came up with the name there, Vic.
Oh, wow.
Competition with the Beatles, yeah. Even though Brian stopped writing music, he was still paid for touring, even though he wasn't on the road anymore. So when Brian Wilson said, look, I hate touring, I just want to stay in the studio and create, the band made a deal like, we'll give you the money for touring as long as you continue to produce in the studio. But that ended, and the Beach Boys obviously continued to tour, and Brian Wilson still got his share of the touring money.
Between the books and NBC did a mini-series, I think, and then, there's a Grace of My Heart's a movie where I think Matt Dillon plays him.
Okay.
In Grace of My Heart, maybe, or someone Brian Wilson-esque, I believe. He walks into the ocean, tries to kill himself, and the whole...
Right.
But, all this stuff is, but I still didn't know any of that. That's crazy good.
Yeah. This is all according to Mike Love, but Love also thinks that Brian Wilson went nuts with the LSD.
Yep.
that he swears that the guy was completely...
Well, you're tripping daily.
Yeah, he was completely with it and normal before the LSD, and like Vic just said, yeah, he was doing LSD every day. And Mike Love's pretty much convinced that's what made him go insane. So, what else did I write down? We all know about the sand, right?
In the house?
In his house. Did you know about the baby bottle?
No.
Wait, what? He put sand in his house for what reason?
8 tons of sand. And Mike Love goes, that's weird because he never liked the beach. He hated the beach. Just to get inspiration. He had his piano in the middle of a room with 8 tons of sand around him.
So you can walk around barefoot and still feel like he's playing the piano, and there's pictures of it. It's a known thing. He put sand in the living room, filled it up.
Yeah, but if he looks outside, he sees the neighbors in the picture with the trees. There's cars driving by.
Yeah, you're right. You need some kind of...
Yeah.
He'd look down. Then he'd look down and he'd be okay. Then he'd look straight down and everything was fine.
You see the...
And it doesn't matter. Then he'd look down.
Yeah, you're right. I see a kid riding by on a bike, delivering newspapers. You need a backdrop on that, right?
Yeah.
Backdrop of the ocean, or
paint the wall blue, some clouds,
anything. But the baby bottle, according to Mike Love, I don't remember ever hearing this one. He had a baby bottle filled with chocolate milk that he drank from when he was writing. He needed that for inspiration for some of the music he was writing.
I love chocolate milk.
It's probably spiked with some booze.
You think?
Yeah. Kahlua, the dude.
No one in the band's going to question and go, let me take a sip off of that. Make sure it says chocolate milk.
If you really want someone to leave your shit alone, just start drinking out of a baby bottle.
And then I just got past the Charlie Manson chapter of this Mike Love book. Holy shit. Complete coincidence that they ever got together. I mean, Charlie Manson was obviously very aware of the Beatles, wanted to start his own music career. He wanted to be a rock star. And Dennis Wilson is driving and sees 2 girls hitchhiking. This is the only reason this all came together. Picked up the 2 girls, brought them back to his house, probably had sex, did drugs with them, whatever. And then he goes on his merry way. And then he comes back to his house another time, and all of a sudden Charlie Manson walks from behind the house. He's taken over the house with his the whole family, and moved in with Dennis Wilson. And then obviously the rest is history.
So that's how Manson met the 2 girls, from him picking them up.
No, they were already part of the Manson family.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah, so, Squeaky Fromm, wasn't it? It might have been the one that tried to shoot
I believe so. He had here's an article from back in the day. Dennis Wilson, I lived with 17 girls.
Ford, Reagan.
So it sounded cool at first, but then everyone was like, holy crap, this is not right. This is not right whatsoever. And then it turns out Mike Love... somewhere in there, he separated with his wife, and Susan Atkins, who's one of the Manson girls, was babysitting Mike Love's kids.
Oh, shit.
Just fucked up stuff.
He said Dennis Wilson, the house where Sharon Tate was when they killed him, used to be someone in the music business.
Terry Milch.
Something, but Dennis Wilson always sort of thought that maybe in a weird ass connection, he went there trying to get revenge. Manson went there to kill that guy.
Oh, that's definitely true.
Yeah, because he killed his music career. So he went there. He always thought it was a weird connection. That's why he went to that house, because he thought that dude may have still been there.
Right.
Even though he didn't live there anymore.
And the only reason he didn't live there anymore was because Doris Day was this guy's mother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it was a mother's intuition said, this is getting scary. I want you to move.
Doris Day.
According to Mike Love's book.
Oh,
it's
that's amazing.
Terry Milcher, I want to say.
Something like that.
Terry Milcher.
There you go.
Dennis Wilson pawned Charlie Manson off onto Terry Milcher. Terry Milcher took a peek at Charles Manson's music and decided, there's nothing I could do here. And in Charles Manson's head, he was thinking, this is the end of my chance to be a rock star. And so he wanted to kill everyone in that house. And he thought it was going to be Terry Milcher, and it turned out it was Sharon Tate and the rest of them. So, an 8-month...
Doris Day. Wow.
Yeah. Sharon Tate was 8 months pregnant when all that went down. Crazy stuff. The Charlie Manson chapter in this book is just chilling, absolutely chilling. Because everyone knows the whole fucking story. Yeah. So, and then Mike Love picked up his phone one day, and the voice on the other end said, "You're dead, pig." And now he's convinced that it was, Charlie Manson or one of Manson's guys that, they were going to possibly attempt to kill all the Beach Boys. Nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with that, Mike Love's going to come in here tomorrow and talk about this book. It's great. I'm really enjoying it.
Doris Day, Hollywood royalty.
You're excited about that one.
It's one of those weird, in my brain, I'm like, I remember her and John Denver singing a song together on some special.
Yeah.
And it was about their real names. And his real last name was like Dutchendorf, and hers was Kappelhoff.
Oh, God.
And they're singing a duet together about Dutchendorf and Kappelhoff.
Oh, my goodness.
Like with the Muppets.
Right.
I'm like, that's where my brain, I'm like, oh, okay, I remember when Doris Day.
You were very excited to hear the name Doris Day.
Because, that's because that's, again, how many 6 degrees of Hollywood crazy shit. The Manson family, the Beach Boys, and Doris Day.
And Doris Day.
Now anything's possible. Now you got Bing Crosby. Now
Right.
you got anything. It's insane.
But she knew it wasn't right, and she told her son Terry to get the hell out of there. Unbelievable.
Saved his life.
Yes. You got the Mary Wilson audio? What'd you find? This is the 12-minute version. Fuck. It's really good, though, but we just don't have the time to play a 12-minute. Yeah, let me see this.
Okay.
Pause this.
All aimed at the Capitol.
It's 39 minutes long. This. We got to get it cut up and just get to the if you've never
screaming.
But tweet this out if you've never heard this. It's really, really good because you can tell the guys are having fun. They're figuring out how Help Me Rhonda's gonna be recorded, and then the father's all drunk in there. Come on, fellas.
Was he the producer, or was there a different producer?
I think at this point they fired him. I'm not completely sure about that, but he was still showing up at the recording sessions.
Yeah, they couldn't get rid of him. It's still even
right.
He's just in there smoking and screaming.
Should have hung out with the Sun Rays.
I'm telling you, it's a classic.
The Sun Rays. It's even close to the Beach Boys' name. The Sun Rays, Beach Boys. Come on, dude.
It's just classic asshole father.
You love that.
I do. Because Hollywood, even though Shine, remember in Shine, the piano movies, I just love the tormented fucking parent that you will learn this. And
it has to be the father.
Fine, yeah, because my dad was a dick. Because I like it. All
right.
No, it's always funny to me because then usually somebody slaps the shit out of the guy.
What are some of the other great the father was a dick stories?
Well, Fear Strikes Out is, I said Carl Malden. That's Jimmy Pearsall.
That one I don't know at all.
He's a baseball player, played for the White Sox. Anthony Hopkins played him. Not Anthony. Anthony Perkins.
Okay.
From Psycho. Anthony Perkins played him, but his dad, he's a baseball player and there's a classic scene where he after he slides into home plate, he climbs the backstop and he's screaming through the fence. Is that good enough for you, Dad?
That's a great scene. I forgot about that.
No, it's a Hollywood legendary moment.
Nothing better than that. Is this good enough for you?
Fear Strikes Out.
Right.
The Jimmy Pearsall story.
I honestly have never heard of this one.
Well, because it also dealt with the problems of mental illness. And
sure.
It was also, he was really open about, all right, yeah, I'm crazy. Here's why.
Yeah. That's great. What are some of the other dad was a dick stories?
Patty Duke is, she was adopted. That's a great one. Shine, I'm telling you, the movie Jeffrey.
I haven't seen that one in a bunch of years now. You find the Murray Wilson? You're still trying over there, Paul? Yep. All right, if you found something? Yeah. All right, here's just a little taste, and then we can finally move on.
Because you don't appreciate the good help Chuck Britz and I have given you. You
don't
took
appreciate
a beautiful gift, and then you guys start coming off.
Okay.
Now listen, let me tell you something.
Yes.
When you guys get so big that you can't sing from your hearts, you're going downhill.
Downhill.
Downhill. Let's go down. I'm sorry. Give me the kid. I'm sorry. Hearts? Well, So Al was too loud, but we wanted to make him sing with confidence. He needs it.
That doesn't make him sing with confidence. He can't hear you turn the knob.
Well,
so.
I'm sorry. So I have too much in. Where's my phone here?
I want to get this.
Son, I'm sorry. I protected
50-50 world, Mother.
I've protected you for 22 years, but I can't go on if you're not going to listen to an intelligent man. Against many people that try to hurt you.
Are you going now?
No. This is all awfully unfair for you to...
Are you going or staying? I want to know.
Discord, what you want. If you want to fight for success, I'll go all out.
No, I don't. We don't do that.
You think you got it made?
No, we don't.
Son?
We would like to record under an atmosphere of calmness,
I
and you're
love
not
you. Your
presenting that.
mother loves you.
Look, we like to relax in the
First of
session.
all, you should never have all these people here.
Second of all, they're not saying anything.
You
You're the one
forget
that's
to
talking.
sing from your hearts. Carl, Dennis was flatting, Mike was flatting on his high notes, Al was tight. I try to give you tips, and you think because you've had a few hits, you got it made. Son, success has never comes easy. You have to fight for it all the time.
What quotes you in the industry?
And son, remember this. You always have to fight for success because it comes from your heart. Success never comes from a phony singing for money. You have to sing from your
Why don't you
heart.
go tell Johnny Rivers that, not us.
I don't care who you tell. Dick Dale, Capitol Records, anybody. You sing from your heart. Forget it. I'm sorry, dear. We'll never come to another recording session. Carl, I'm so sorry.
I'm not talking to you.
I know. I'm not. The kid got a big success and he thinks he owns the business. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm sorry. I want Capital Brass these tunes because you can't compete with the brains that are trying to hurt you.
Okay.
Please remember that you can only...
There you go. It's just a taste. It goes on for quite a while, but the story goes he showed up all drunk and, his wife, the mom there, was the sweetest person in the world. That's always the story, right?
Yeah.
Dad's a dick, mom's cool as shit.
And he's doing it he didn't even do it in the screaming way. He was doing it in the quiet.
But super manipulative,
yes.
like, I'm
Very
sorry,
quiet.
I'll just leave.
I'm sorry.
I'll just leave.
Just
then
you
you're
have
making
a few hits.
You're going to make your son feel bad. No, Dad, stay. Right. No, I'm sorry. He's got a few hits, so I think he knows what he's doing at this point.
A few hits. They were monster songs. Right. Massively successful songs at that point.
Created a whole surf music genre.
Yes.
That was great when his dad's like, you don't need all these people. He goes, they're not saying anything. You're the one talking. That's great.
I like it when he finally went, so when you're going, are you going?
Yeah.
So you're out now. You're finally leaving?
Well, he might have been on some because Mike Love hinted at that too, that Brian had a lot of people around him. And it got to be a bit of a distraction.
Oh, yeah, we forgot. Joe Jackson.
Oh, there you go. There's the classic.
A classic, yeah.
Oh, here you go. Wait, go back
so
to the top. 10 worst celebrity fathers of all time. All right, let's do this really fast. And I got Stump Brain on the line. We're going to talk about that Hillary thing in a second here. Karl Malone had a shitty father? Or is that something else? Or is that another list?
Are they saying Karl Malone is the shitty father?
You might go to the next, these.
Joe Jackson for sure.
All right, these.
The bad one.
All right, then really? Beyonce's father? Was a bad dude?
Apparently. According to, he's on the list. Somebody.
Looks like he stole money, had some kids out of wedlock.
He fathered secret love children. That's right. I remember that. So, that would probably make you bad pops, bad father. It's one of those sites where you don't know where to click.
You can't click on the list.
I finally have given up on those sites.
Or the slideshows. Just give me the fucking article.
I gave up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're trying to just go down on their own website, and then that's popping up ads because the background is a click. Forget it. If you can find the list and make it all nice and easy for us, Paul. If not, that's just fine. Those fucking websites. Let's say hi to our pal Stunt Brain, Mike. What's going on, buddy?
Good morning, guys. Hey, I got a quick Jimmy Pearsall reference for Vic.
Ooh.
Did you know he was the color guy for the White Sox for years?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And he used to do local commercials in Chicago for like car dealerships and furniture stores, and they always had him screaming, "You got to be crazy not to want this deal."
Yes,
he had a lot of fun with his insanity.
No, it was good. Well, he was cool about it. He went public with the mental illness, which was not a thing to do at the time.
Yeah, you had to keep that shit under wraps.
But no, he's a Chicago. He's right. Stunt Brain.
Speaking of crazy, I got one for you. Well, Stump Brain, Crazy Eddie died.
No.
Eddie Antar?
Just when?
Crazy Eddie died over the weekend, according to his family, at the age of 68.
I thought he was
68?
locked up in an Israeli jail or something.
Yeah,
I think he got out after. I think he got out a few years ago.
According to the paper, Crazy Eddie. Who knows Crazy Eddie outside the New York area?
He had to be older than 68.
Well, the guy playing him.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it was the guy playing him did not. Well, maybe he died. He didn't die over the weekend, though. That was a DJ that played Crazy Eddie.
Oh, you're talking about the real Crazy.
The actual Crazy Eddie guy died.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
The one that played him, his name was Jerry something. He was a DJ.
That's right. That guy was 68 when he was doing those commercials.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, he should be
30 years ago. I was happy he made it to 98.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Vic. I think I was with you when I read the story this morning. I'm like, he was only 68, and then that's right. He was
there was a person.
The DJ was the figurehead for the actual Crazy Eddie, and the actual Crazy Eddie who wasn't on the commercials died over the weekend. There you have it. His name was Jerry Carroll.
No.
Yeah, Jerry Carroll played him. Absolutely.
Yeah, Eddie Antar was Crazy Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Carroll's a comedian. He's alive. I know him.
Well, but Jerry Carroll, the disc jockey, so there might be a couple different Jerry Carrolls. Yeah, his name was definitely Jerry Carroll. He was a New York radio disc jockey, and he was the face of Crazy Eddie.
He died. He did.
I don't know. He might have died years ago because he was
this guy.
This guy. Thank you. Yes, this guy.
Is who we're talking
Everything you could possibly need for Christmas, and it's all on sale now. TVs, VCR, stereo systems, telephones, telephone answering machines, anything and everything in home entertainment, and lots of home appliances too. Remember, we are not undersold. We will not be undersold. We cannot be undersold, and we mean it. Santa knows that the best deals in town are at Crazy Eddie's during Crazy Eddie's Christmas blowout blitz. See Crazy Eddie now. His prices are insane. Hit me, ha ha ha.
Yeah, those commercials, commercials were huge.
They were. You remembered them even as a kid, and you would go there. That's the place you would go. They really worked.
That was like J.J. Ramirez's Closer.
Yeah,
he just reenactment of those commercials.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
I think Dan Aykroyd did that too on SNL.
Yeah,
I think they memorialized it.
Absolutely.
Well, the guy we were just listening to, that's not Crazy Eddie. That's Jerry Carroll, who might also be dead, but he didn't die over the weekend.
But that Jerry Carroll right there is alive. I know him.
Yeah,
he's not going to like it if we're saying he's dead.
Well, Jerry Carroll, the comedian, was born in 1959.
He's a farmer in North Carolina.
Jerry Carroll, the DJ who did the Crazy Eddie commercials, whatever happened to him? Can you find that, Paul? All right, what's up, Stump Brain?
Having a little bit of action on the campaign. We didn't anticipate this after the basket of deplorables, but there it is.
Well, the basket of deplorables, can I give me a minute on that? She said 50% of the Trump supporters are basket of deplorables.
Yeah, she was doing a LGBT-themed fundraiser with Barbara Streisand performing.
Yeah.
And Streisand sang a version of Send in the Clowns with Trump as the centerpiece, kind of rewrote it. That was fun.
Yeah.
But then Hillary gets up and says half of Trump supporters are racist, homophobes, Islamophobes, basically called them Nazis, all this stuff.
Right.
And the world lost its mind, said, wait a minute, you can't do that. And they found that the independents were going, that's not nice.
Right.
So she apologized the next day.
But they spun it like she was talking about all Trump supporters.
Well, even when you say 50%, that's a lot of people.
Of course it is.
And she needs, with her sitting at 42% and him at 40%, she needs those people.
She gave herself a little wiggle room, is what I'm saying. At first, because a lot of these places reported it as that she said it about all Trump supporters. So it was half of them, which I agree with you is still pretty damn bad. Not a smart thing to say whatsoever.
No, that was definitely a screw up, and had the media not been there, it never would have gotten out because fundraisers are pretty much closed events. But this one was wide open, and fortunately got out there and started the weekend that we thought was going to be pretty quiet. We thought this was going to be no politics, all 9/11 stuff.
Yeah.
And then that happened, followed by yesterday morning. And you, as you so appropriately grabbed that slow motion focus on her dragging feet.
Well, everyone had the video, but then I saw the video and I said, look at the foot. So I made my own video where I just zoomed into Hillary Clinton's foot and it shows that she's out cold. And the video's going everywhere, actually. WikiLeaks is all over it now.
And this is just shot by on someone's cell phone, right?
Yeah, but then I took the video and I did a zoom in and then I highlighted her foot where you could see it's just being dragged as they're putting her in the car.
The weird part of this was there are 3 different cell phone videos because the press was not with her.
Right.
She left early, so the press and the group that travels with her, you're penned into a certain area.
Yeah.
I know because I've been out with Trumps. And when she moved quickly, nobody knew, and they couldn't get him out because it would have meant disrupting the service. So these are all citizens. The guy from New Jersey who caught this, Gazdak or something, he's the one with the big video. Then there's 2 others, but they all show the same thing.
Right.
She is being dragged and lifted into that van.
Oh, yeah, man. You know.
One of the Secret Service guys that was there said they threw her in a truck like a side of beef.
Right.
He was saying, yeah.
Well, you could see. And like I said, the zoomed-in video, you could see that the foot is just not active. She's just being dragged.
Sack of potatoes, heavy bag, any analogy.
She looks like Weekend at Bernie's right there.
And they've been doing Weekend at Hillary's.
I have not seen this, but that's crazy. She got hot? Is that what she's saying? She got hot?
No, now it
was hot over the weekend.
It was overheated. It was 80 and sunny with no humidity yesterday.
Yesterday was gorgeous.
Perfect day. It was a San Diego day yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, but those pantsuits don't breathe.
Polyester.
Not
enough cotton. That's the whole problem.
Imagine how sweaty she is when she takes those pantsuits off at night. No, back up. So at first, help me out, Mike. I want to make sure we're correct with our info here. At first, I believe she said something like she was overcome with emotion and had to get out of there. True or false?
The first statement from the people said it was overheated.
Okay.
But to go back to your weather report, it was 72 and the humidity was at 40%.
That was
so it was
amazing
not a hot
yesterday.
day.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
All right, and then I heard him overcome with emotion. Or I'm probably wrong about that. Then they went with heat exhaustion, and now they're saying this morning they're admitting that she has pneumonia,
fever,
and pneumonia since Friday. She was diagnosed on Friday, and here's the thing you may want to get Dr. Steve's opinion on.
Okay.
CNN's saying walking pneumonia, and if you have walking pneumonia and a cough, you are spreading germs everywhere. And she was with, aside from an interview with Chris Cuomo on Friday, she was with all the families from 9/11, shaking hands and hugging them before she stumbled. And WebMD says pneumonia is most common in those with weaker, compromised immune systems, such as elderly people. So those are a lot of seniors at that event yesterday, too, just like her. Is she Typhoid Mary now, or Pneumonia Mary, spreading it everywhere?
Typhoid Hillary.
I love the spin.
Yeah. Well, and
boy, they're spinning this one.
And then
infecting 911 families.
They haven't suffered enough.
And then there was a kid. She took a picture with a kid like an hour later outside of it. There was a Chelsea's apartment holding a little kid. If she had
nice.
Well, the funny thing was CNN carried it live, and they're showing her come out, and one of the guys on the CNN panel said they couldn't wait to get her out there to show she was walking, talking, and alive.
Well, wouldn't you want to get her the fuck out on the sidewalk after that?
Yeah, and they sent her right up to Chappaqua where her doctor was waiting.
This changes the whole election, man. She shows incredible weakness, right?
Really? She's taken 2 days off and going to miss 4 events on the campaign out in California. She's supposed to be back on the trail on Wednesday, but we'll see, because they're now starting to post timelines of all her illnesses.
Yeah.
From the time she had the deep vein thrombosis back in the late 90s, and then again in the middle of 2009, where that throws clots into your system if you don't watch it.
Yeah.
So she's got all kinds of issues that she's got to deal with, and it's now going public.
Now, I said yesterday, I wasn't buying into this Hillary health issue thing until this video.
Well,
I really wasn't buying into it. I was like,
maybe she's drunk.
You know, maybe.
I hope she's drunk.
Drunk.
That's what I'm going for. I hope she's leaking.
No, I mean, Bill came out, Bill a few years back said that Hillary, when she fell and had the concussion, she was basically in bed for 6 months.
Wow.
He's like, she was in really bad shape. Someone in bed for 6 months over a fall.
Yeah,
that's some serious shit.
That's going to cause some long-term problems, don't you think, Florentine? Yeah. So I'm all in with the health issue thing, finally.
Well,
I really am.
You and Chris Cillizza, he's a big guy at the Washington Post, and 5 days ago he says, stop asking about Hillary's health. It's not a campaign issue. And yesterday, same guy, big headline, it's time to talk about Hillary.
Yeah, I'm all in now. Even when she was coughing for 4 minutes, we've all had one of those coughing fits where you got something going on in your throat. Even then, I'm like, oh, it's too bad that happened. I wish Tim Kaine would have stepped up and been aware that that was going on in front of him. But even that, I'm like, she just had a bad moment. She probably should have left the stage and try to get her voice together and then come back on. But what changed my opinion was when she did the thing on the Intrepid the other night with Matt Lauer.
Yeah,
her voice sounded so weak.
Yeah, well,
she sounded so weak. And go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, some folks are saying this is actually a campaign strategy where she was trying to get away from the shrill. And if you listen to the two addresses she did after that in Detroit and Kansas, she came on as kind of grandmotherly, very soft-spoken, and she didn't get into the shrill. So I gave her a break on that one, but the repeated coughing incidents gave me pause. Yeah. Because you might have it once in a while, but not all the time.
Yeah, well, I watched the Matt Lauer thing, and then when she was done, just how she walked off the stage, it was a bit feeble.
Well, if we want to put both Trump and Hillary on the body mass index, they're both unhealthy, I think, despite what their representatives are saying. They both have very high body mass index from just a casual observation. Maybe a medical professional can tell us, but no, they're probably nearing obese, both of them.
Well, Trump's doctor would tell you he's the healthiest man alive.
I want to see him in the sumo suits. Just put him in those big sumo suits.
I don't want to see that.
I do. That's the first debate. Just put him in the sumo suits. And no talking allowed. Not one word. Neither one of them can say shit. Put them in the sumo suits.
Well,
put on AC/DC.
All this has sparked a whole lot of discussion that the Democrats are meeting to make a plan just in case this gets real serious and they have to replace her, because it wouldn't be Kaine. He just doesn't normally elevate. No, they have a renomination and they'd have to pick somebody.
It would be Joe Biden would step up.
Absolutely.
Who else do they have?
To me, that's bad news for Trump.
If it's Biden, absolutely. I think he can beat him.
God, why didn't Biden run?
Then those two could just arm wrestle. You wouldn't need the sumo suits. You just go right to the arm wrestle. The hair off.
And I'm on Biden for that one.
Exactly.
Did you hear the theory about whatever condition that she has, that's why she's not doing the press conferences, because of all the lights and all the questions coming at her? They'll confuse her and fuck her up or something?
Well, they talk about this blue lens that she has to wear, or she was wearing these really deep blue lenses, saying that's part of a protection against some sort of stroking out from the bright lights. And I don't know if that's true. There's also another video that's close up saying what fell out of Hillary's pant leg.
I saw that.
Her cock.
Well,
sorry.
I saw that video, and that led me to focusing on her foot, because there's another video where something falls out of her pants.
But you don't really see it. Yeah,
but
you're wondering what the heck was that?
Unless it's somebody around her that might have dropped something, and then it looks like she dropped it. Look at she's just stumbling and out cold as they're burnt.
I got to give her the bless her heart on that.
The possible next president into a it looks like a handicap van, by the way. It looks like
I'm sure Reagan was way worse off than that at the end of it.
You think?
Well, you think?
But she
probably.
Opie, it's not one of those handy lift vans. She's had problems stepping up into the SUVs, and they've often carried a step stool
for
her to step on it. And in this case, they didn't even have time to do that. They threw it open and tossed her in.
And you know how bad this was? She left a shoe behind.
Yeah, Cinderella.
She left a shoe behind.
Oh, her shoe came off as she was going in the van.
I don't want my next president to lose a shoe behind ever.
The step stool is just part of campaigning for the New York vote, that every New Yorker has a little step stool in their
for everything.
You got to have one. Florentine knows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, every New Yorker's got a little plastic Rubbermaid step up.
Mike, what about the pictures with the catheter?
I haven't seen the catheter pictures.
Well, there's a few pictures, because then you can start really digging, and these conspiracy guys are all over, and there's pictures where it looks like it could be a catheter down her leg in her pantsuit. You haven't seen these yet.
No, I love how far we're going to go.
This one just takes me to a place I don't really want to consider Hillary's catheter. I'm seeing the pictures now, but
there you go. And then there's padding, because that's
maybe her diaper slipped down a little.
Yeah, but they're circling all sorts of. See this one right here. I know this is radio, but
it might be the one from Florida when she's in Kissimmee, and they're saying it's like a bag where she's got a catheter going down. Maybe it's a knee brace. Maybe it's a wrap. Who knows?
Right.
But all older folks have issues, and that's why Depends is a massive business.
Right.
Biden's colostomy bag.
Oh, geez. There's got to be a Twitter account for Hillary's catheter now, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure that it's already out there.
Right.
And now it leads to what was trending right before we started the radio show today. Body double.
Oh, it's not even her?
Hillary's body double.
Well, if you look at that video, one of those agents looks a little bit like, could be in TV, what they call a lighting double. Looks just enough like you to use them on the set to set the lights up. Well,
they're doing side by side and said when she fainted and collapsed, whatever, yesterday, and then she came out of the apartment. I think it was Chelsea's apartment, right?
Yeah.
Some say that it looks like she's lost 50 pounds in a couple hours, and now they're just talking about a body double. I don't even know if we should be bringing this up on the show.
Why not?
Am I talking to Alex Jones?
I know. I mean, it's just... Look, I'm always the last guy into this stuff. I swear to you, I was not buying the health stuff. Not really. But now I definitely am.
Well, oddly enough, 3 years ago, when the book Hard Choices came out, or was it 2 years ago, I predicted she's not going to make it for health reasons.
Wow.
I'll send you the tape. But she's never been healthy. This is a woman we've never seen so much as ride a bicycle. Like, at least you see Obama riding a bike or playing basketball or playing golf. You've never seen this woman do anything remotely aerobic.
Yeah.
Have you seen Jimmy Carter on that big giant tricycle ski thing that he rides around? I love
I've
that.
seen that.
He's a classic. He's 109, and he can do that. He can do that, and she can't. We don't even have her on. No, I thought it was bigger than that.
And he just went through cancer too.
Yeah, right.
He beat cancer in his 90s.
No, I'm with him on this. We can't get her on a hoverboard or nothing.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter is still rocking. 90, how old is he now? 90, I want to say like 92 maybe at this point.
They were both on him and Rosalind. I was on like 60 Minutes the first time I saw that. It was just the two of them going around their neighborhood. All these giant.
You want your president able to handle a little bit of physical stress.
Absolutely. Even Obama plays shitty basketball. I just learned from you.
He absolutely plays shitty basketball. I'll always, I will never let him go on that one.
You know,
they had him shooting free throws or three-pointers, and I think he made 1 out of 24.
Well, the famous video, but there's a lot of them out there. If you played the sport at all, you know he's not as good as he's trying to tell everyone.
Well, her brother was the coach at Oregon State.
Yes.
And so that gave him, I think he's like, I'm shooting hoops for my brother-in-law.
Right.
So that made, all right, well, fuck. And he's the coach of Oregon State, then he's probably pretty good.
Well, this is the one that's awesome. This is in front of a whole bunch of little kids, and he's trying to show off and shoot like not even a three-pointer. He's missing over and over and over again. This is the best video. His form is shitty.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's a weird shot.
It's a very strange shot. It's very dainty. Then they keep throwing the ball. All these little kids cannot, shoot any baskets because they're waiting for the president to make just one. Now he moves in. Now he's a lot closer. He still can't make it.
My shot's this bad. This is awful.
He should really go to the foul line. He's got a better shot.
Yeah,
right.
And then grandma it. He should just go Rick Barry.
And now he goes in. He's like, all right, screw it. I'm taking too much time. Now it's like an 8-foot shot. He missed that
one too.
And now here's the layup. He misses that.
Oh, that's awful.
Yes, thank you. He misses that right from underneath the basket. We'll tweet out this video.
I thought he did way better on the Tyra Banks show.
This is from CBS News.
He's reportedly a regular player at the Supreme Court gym, which is on the roof of the Supreme Court. They actually have a basketball court.
Oh, wow.
And that's where he can go and play in private.
It's wheelchair basketball.
I would imagine it would have to be wheelchair. Very, very good, Vic. I was trying to come up with a basketball Ginsburg joke, but you beat me to it. Give her a good elbow under the basket.
So everybody's working in their chair with their straw in their mouth. That's not even even good wheelchair basketball.
You don't want to go body double with me, Mike?
Well, I I watched her come out, and I thought it was her, but I thought they just probably pumped her up on a bunch of 90 minutes. You can get somebody pretty back to normal. Watch what they do with players at football games and basketball games at halftime.
Yeah.
They give them a bunch of juice and put them out, and she had, less than a minute
Fluid.
to go out, hug the kid.
Yeah.
Again, walking pneumonia, cough on the kid. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then jump in the van and speed up to Chappaqua. So, I think they could have put her back together, but it looked like they showered her. If you look at her hair was just crazy flat. And I thought they rinsed her off, gave her a cold shower, gave her an IV.
They're studying her earrings and the body double shots.
That's great.
They rinsed her off. I love they rinsed her off and gave her an IV. Roll her back out one more time.
You think there was someone that had to give her a sponge bath, and they're sitting there like, holy fuck, I'm giving a sponge bath.
I want
to
that
the
job.
next president.
That's a 6-figure job I want.
And then they're studying her earrings. Look, if you're going to go through the trouble to have a body double, I think you would make sure the earrings are right, wouldn't you?
Well, there's got to be facial recognition software that can pick up on this, too. So we know it's out there. They're using it at airports and at our driver's license ID places. So somebody's going to run this through facial recognition right away.
Well, they're body doubling their asses off on Twitter right now. Their asses off.
Twitter has
Hillary's
so
body
many...
double is trending.
I'm surprised Trump hasn't commented on the latest stuff. Maybe he's just laying low because the press is all over it finally.
No, this is brilliant by them. This is the way, because if Trump piles on, they'll say it's obviously biased. But the campaign reportedly has told every employee to say nothing. Let the story tell itself. And that really is smart, because now the media is forced to report on her as opposed to on Trump's reaction.
Right. Very good. All right. I know Lionel from Lionel Media on Twitter. He's all about the body double. So if you want to get dark, after the break.
Dude. I know that dude. He's out of his mind.
He's got a tiny little head.
Out of his mind. In a good way. No, I mean, he's no problem.
I've had him on a bunch. I haven't had him on lately.
He's crazy.
He entertains the hell out of me.
No, I fell in love with him on the OJ trial. That's what made him famous, I think.
Wait, go down a little bit. He talks about Hillary's pneumonia.
Yeah, I want to see that.
He writes, let's see. The question, the question, what will be the official statement when Hillary drops out due to health? As I predicted years ago. And then he writes, please, in your minute, keep going. I saw, keep going, Paul. One day. Pneumonia is a perfect diagnosis under the circumstances. Curable, common, understandable, requires a lot of rest, and explains coughing. So, and then he was talking about
Typhoid Mary,
the body double thing. Do you want to try to talk to Lionel today, there, Vic? Jim?
Sure.
Right. Find him.
All right,
he'll call us.
Anything else?
Well, why did they say it was allergies in the beginning with the coughing? Then,
yeah, that's a very well. Yeah, that's a
she
very.
She may have allergies. It's allergy season.
Stop. It wasn't allergy season in Cleveland.
Oh, that's a good point.
They said the pollen was, not even really measurable.
Yeah, but the gnats were bad. The gnats are always bad by the lake,
Yeah, the no-see-ums
right,
by the lake.
The midges, you get a little crazy. Want somebody to fly up your nose, start coughing.
And that's it. You get one of those in there. Fuck.
It's awful.
But to Florentine's point, yeah, because now they got some explaining to do, because they were claiming the cough was because of allergies, and now they're claiming the cough is because of pneumonia.
Well, they said she came in for a cough, and the doctor's statement does reference seasonal allergies, and then they say we diagnosed her as having pneumonia, because pneumonia can develop from a cold or a cough.
Yeah.
And so if you've got the virus on you or the bug on you, and your immune system is compromised, you're worn down, it can develop into pneumonia. So they can explain it that way. But we're all being told nothing to see here. Keep moving. She's perfectly healthy. Couple days rest, boom, back on the plane.
I don't know. What's her move? Just to ignore this? This thing is all over the place.
Well, she sort of has been Robo-Hillary forever.
Right.
Maybe it's just that. She's been when we meet her and what she's doing now hadn't changed any. It's
right.
Except for a couple of, now we've got a clubfoot situation.
Right. Just keep moving along?
I guess. I don't know. I like it. It's interesting.
Well, the press will get off of it. I mean, most of the press is going to get off it in another day or so.
If Trump keeps quiet, they'll stay on it.
I'll tell you, man. I came to the realization yesterday. I went, holy shit, Trump is going to be our president.
Let's look at
Trump's going to be our president.
Yeah, let's look at his butthole.
This also helps Gary Johnson, too.
Yeah?
because it takes the heat off Johnson in the Aleppo comment, which he diffused.
Right.
He was almost to 15% in a couple of polls.
Right.
And if he gets to 15%, he's in the debates.
Right.
So now people are going, well, I can't vote for Trump, and Hillary's not healthy. Maybe this Johnson guy, he sounds good. So this could help Gary Johnson make it to the debate stage.
This is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable, the whole thing between Trump and Hillary.
It's great stuff. I've got
amazing.
60 days of fun ahead of me. I can't wait.
57.
57, thank you.
You like that, Vic?
That's like Florentine going, that was not the lead guitar when the band formed.
Right. Yeah. He only played on the studio album. He didn't tour with them.
I would never correct anyone else, but this is Mike's game. This is Mike's game. This is his arena, the politics.
That's what he does for a living.
I just know a little bit about this. So, congrats on your article on the Blaze yesterday about this whole thing.
Yeah, it's blowing up, and I'm getting, the comment section has more conspiracies than you've brought forward. So it's,
oh my God,
it's fun for me to read the comments.
Why the fuck would you ever read the comment section
of anything? It is enjoyable. He's right. It's because when somebody, we've said this on the show, when some jackass really nails you in a clever, brilliant form, you're like, all right, that's a fucking good one. I'll give you that one. But other than that, it's a pile of shit. But if you want to sift through it. There's a little nugget in there every now and then.
Every once in a while they get
that's
you.
What I'm saying.
Like,
that's why, right. No, I like it. I like it when it's really good. I like it. I do.
You're sitting there going, how do you know that much?
Yeah. Do you care? Jim doesn't care. Do you care ever? If no, you don't give a fuck if somebody.
I don't care what they say, but I'm with Vic. I hat tip them. When they get a good one in there, I go, well done. Yeah,
right.
got it.
If you don't really care, then it's like someone on this show has said before, is that my mom? Did my mom write that one? Yeah. That's a great one. Other than that, it's a pile of shit. Right. But
good stuff.
Did you put a bug in my house? How do you know this? How the fuck do you know this?
Exactly.
Anyway. All right, Mike. Theblaze.com. Definitely click on Mike's stuff.
Please, or follow me on the Twitter at Stuntbrain.
That Stuntbrain's a good one, and I think we covered it. This Hillary thing is crazy.
Yeah, there's going to be more to come. More shoes to drop. See what I did there?
Where's the shoe? Did they pick up the shoe at least?
Yeah, they did. One of the Secret Service picked it up and jumped in the chase car and brought it to her.
I hope it's on eBay.
People got mad because I made my video, but everyone made their videos. There's 100 million versions of this video, and people are getting mad because they're like, on 9/11? You can't,
for what?
Almost like just leave everything alone because it's 9/11.
Oh, no.
This is crazy, though. This is over the top.
Especially
this isn't some
on
little thing that happened. This is a major turn in the campaign.
I didn't know anything about it. I was watching football for 72 hours.
Wait, you didn't even know about this?
No, I just saw this right now today.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was watching football for 72 hours.
Look at the foot drag. It is not working anymore. Weekend at Hillary's. All right, Stump Brain.
All right, guys, take care.
Come see us soon, will you?
Love to. See it. Maybe this week I'll pop in. Thanks.
You can pop in anytime you want. Oh, yeah. Stunt Brain, everyone.
Thanks, Opie.
All right, buddy. Wow. There you go. That was nice.
The press got to talk about it now. I mean, look at Dr. Drew. Supposedly, he got canned because he was...
You think that's true? Or was there other things going on?
I don't know.
Again, what happened? I'm clueless.
Dr. Drew basically made a diagnosis on the air, said it could be Parkinson's, onset of Parkinson's, and she's got some major problems. And, they said, who are you to say this?
You can't diagnose from TV. That's always
So they got rid of him, CNN. He was
no kidding.
Yeah, he was on CNN a bunch, and they're claiming that's why he got
he said
cut loose.
He said, no, look, my show is over now. But they probably gave him a nice little payout and said, get the fuck out of here and don't say anything.
And be nice.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Man. Again, I was just watching football the whole time.
I'm in now. I wasn't in with the health issues. Are you in with this, Vic?
I've been in for a while. I like it.
Well, I want to see Trump's butthole then. If we're going deep, let's just find out how everybody's doing.
According to his doctor, he's the healthiest man alive.
Well, fine. Joe Biden, anybody. According to her doctors, maybe he hadn't fallen down somewhere. I don't know. But
I thought it was just basic stuff of someone that's pushing 70. But now I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on?
You're just going as long as ambulatory is really all we ask, and that doesn't even really matter because FDR was in a wheelchair.
Right. The cough thing, I'm like, it happens from
cold
time
and
to
flu
time.
season.
But now, it's not. No one gets sick this time of year. I think August. It's August. Now the allergies are going to start kicking in soon. But even September is one of those months no one really gets sick. And she's got pneumonia, according to the. I don't know.
She's got the walking pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. That's a horrible joke. Somebody said Johnny Rivers. We were talking about the Beach Boys. I'm bringing it back to Johnny Rivers.
I kind of like the silly stuff from time to time.
I'm bringing it back to Johnny Rivers.
Is it wrong to like the silly stuff from time to time?
No,
okay.
No.
I like the silly stuff. All right, we got a very busy show, which obviously has already begun. We got Jim Florentine here and Vic Henley. The Mad Cuban stopping by to say hi. I love the Mad Cuban.
If he's not bringing biscuits and gravy, I'm shooting Roland in the head.
Yeah, it's going to be weird if he shows up without food.
I've been on Roland for 2 weeks because he told me he makes amazing biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. I had some.
Mad Cuban, so.
Okay. Alter Bridge is going to perform for us today.
That's going to be great.
With Miles Kennedy, who's an amazing singer. I don't know much about Miles Kennedy. He just pops up here. He just pops up all over the place. I know he's
the
Slash's
go-to guy.
buddy.
Yeah, he Slash's, Slash's solo band. He's a singer there.
Is he on that 5 o'clock somewhere?
No, that was a different singer. But he's been on the last 3 Slash solo records, and he also sang when Guns N' Roses went in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When Axl didn't come, Miles did the Guns songs.
Miles.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And then he did some action with Zeppelin. Or was going to sort of be their new lead singer or whatever?
Yeah, that was after the O2 show that they did with Robert Plant. They thought about getting the band back together. Robert said no again. Then they brought in Steven Tyler. They brought in Sammy Hagar. Then Miles basically had the gig if they were going to move forward. Oh, wow. And then Jimmy and John Paul Jones and I think maybe Jason Bonham too, just decided, we better not do it.
Wow.
But he had the gig.
Right. You think Zeppelin will ever really just go and tour?
No.
They don't need the money.
It's Robert Plant. I mean, Page, everybody else is 100% in.
Yeah, but Plant moved on.
The closest you'll see.
He's 72 now. There's no way he's doing it.
He can't hit those notes. But
when they did the tour with Walking Through Clarksdale, I think that's the closest. The two of them.
There's this big Coachella. It's not Coachella, but they're calling it Oldchella, where the Stones and Bob Dylan and all these bands are playing out in the desert in next month or something. Zeppelin was offered $14 million for two 2-hour shows. Wow. And they turned it down. Robert Plant turned it down. Mm-hmm. The rest, $14 million.
Bob.
Yeah.
2 shows over one show one weekend, one show another 2-hour show, $14 million.
To us, that's amazing. To them, they're probably like, what am I going to do with the $14 million? I already got castles and everything.
I've been Bob for 50 years.
Yeah.
I've been cool for 50 fucking years. I'm amazing.
But all Robert Plant has to do is go, look, I'm 72 years old or whatever. I can't hit these notes anymore, but I'm going to go out. I'm going to sing my best. We're going to have some friends I'm going to see from the 60s, all the 60s bands. Paul McCartney's doing it, and we're just going to have fun. Sure. So if you want to judge me, that's fine. I'm just telling you, I'm an old dude.
I saw the McCartney show in Cleveland 3 weeks ago. It's fucking off phenomenal. The chains. It was off the goddamn hook. It was one of the smartest decisions I ever made.
But that's all Robert Plant has to do. Send a preemptive strike out there and just say, look, I'm not going to be able to hit those high notes. I'm going to give my best shot, but I'm going to have fucking fun. Sure. That's it.
He doesn't care. He moved on from
I know.
We haven't moved on from Zeppelin.
No, he's singing with
and the
Alison
rest of the fans
Krauss.
have not moved on from Zeppelin, but he moved on from that band, decades ago at this point.
Yeah.
He'd rather do all that other stuff with
Mighty Rearrangers. Alison Krauss, and then he did the Mighty Rearrangers.
Right. He's just doing his own thing. He doesn't.
They won Grammys for the Alison Krauss.
Yes,
and he does Zeppelin songs in his solo thing that he goes out and does. He does 3 or 4 songs all the time.
Does he sort of do it acoustically? And
no. He does them though, but he does 3 or 4 songs in his set too.
Oh God, I would love to see.
They just don't get along when they're together in a room. They don't get along at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit happened.
Supposedly there was some major shit going on when they were rehearsing for that O2 show that they did, 2006 or whatever. Right. Some major, just major bickering going on.
I'm gonna fucking hit you. That kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave my castle and I'm coming over to your castle and I'm gonna kick your ass.
The salmon I'm breeding are fucking bigger than the salmon you're breeding.
Right. Don't you? Wow. Very
Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but that was just, I like how you added a little rock lore into this. Stupid Jethro Tull. Walked into a music store and just decided I'm gonna do something with the flute.
But
Well, my point is, you're leaving your castle to go to their castle to beat them up. Somewhere in there, you got to realize, oh, that's right, we got castles because it worked at one point in time.
I like it. I've read a lot of rock books, and just like whether it's the Gallaghers or the Davies, just every now and or the Everly Brothers, every now and then you get into this whole
Tyler and Perry.
Fuck that guy, right? No. Fuck him.
Jagger and Richards.
They still kiss and make up sometimes. A lot of them do, but
they deal with each other.
I didn't know the Zeppelin thing. I had no idea. I just thought they had all the money and were not doing it.
No.
Yeah.
I thought Plant was being eclectic. It's what I thought.
He's a weird dude.
Well, that's what I mean. I
Plant's
really thought I'm that stupid. That
giant-headed fool. I will never let that go. I posted my Robert Plant picture in the last 2 weeks. I just reposted over and over again.
Which one?
Fucking Norton got me a picture with Robert Plant. The famous story. We're down in Washington. Oh, people are moaning.
Show his dick.
I'll shut my mouth.
Show the dick.
It's a story I've told way too many times. But basically, Plant was down there doing something, and Eric Logan's like, "Hey, man, you could go in while they're sound checking." So it was just me and Jimmy in a room with Robert Plant and his band at the time, working through some songs. And we're like, "Holy fuck!" And then I didn't want to bother Robert Plant, and Jimmy's like, "Get your fucking picture." And I'm like, I'm so glad he did that. But as you can see, this is a chubby Norton, and look how much smaller Norton's head is.
2 of Norton's heads would go inside one of Robert Plant's
and that's
heads.
the chubby version. And then I don't know where my picture's online as well, but whatever. Plant's head is giant. It's absolutely giant. All right. Florentine, where are you going to be? Oh, also Alan Thicke today, coming in at 10 o'clock. Florentine, what do you got, buddy?
September 21 through the 25th, House of Comedy in Phoenix, Arizona. And then September 29 to October 1st, the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs, New York. And then South Florida in October.
Mr. Jim Florentine on the Twitter. Why don't you give him a follow right now? Vic, there's my picture. Look at this fucking thing. Look at how big.
Wow. Look how tiny you're little. You have a normal head, and wow.
I hope I have a normal head.
Yeah, that's a completely normal head.
But it's and I got it signed, which is awesome. That's not forced perspective there. It's not.
Yeah, I get the Jim picture. I was like, well, Jim, has a little head compared to Robert, who's maybe a little bit bigger, but yours compared to Robert, he's got a big head.
Yeah, that's a normal head and a big head.
He's got a big head. Vic Henley is hitting the road, I think, in a couple of days.
I'm with Kathleen Madigan this weekend, Friday in Pittsburgh and Saturday in Baltimore.
Okay. You want to try to get Lionel on?
Call him.
You want to go a little dark today?
I know the dude. I'm telling you. We work together on some bootleg, half-ass, online, maybe not even a show.
He's the greatest. He loves the Twitter, and his tweets are extremely vague.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I love it.
Because he's sitting at home smoking weed all day long.
Is he a weed guy?
I don't know. I say things on here that are horribly inaccurate. People remind me all the time.
Oh, my God. Opelka just sent me a great picture. I don't know who to give official credit to, but I got to. It's the Operation game with Hillary's body. It's hilarious.
I want to see that.
It'll be on my Instagram.
Okay.
In a couple minutes, Opie Radio.
There it is.
Give me a follow on Instagram.
Just now.
I like that lion lips.
The picture's everywhere. I'll tweet it.
Lion
lips. I'll tweet it.
That is good. That's really funny.
Very funny. The cough, arf,
cankle bone.
The milk bone, the money bone, the funny bone.
Delete evidence bone.
That's good. Pandering.
The Saudi Arabia donor duct. Pandering for power. The Trump elbow.
Pretty good.
Bill's ass bone. Delete evidence bone. That would be her finger. Benghazi bunion. Jesus. Ben Garrison gets the credit. Guy named Ben Garrison. I'm not sure who that is. Okay, so we'll get Lionel on. We're going to talk a little football.
Yeah, my podcast out today is the NFL preview season podcast I do.
Oh, fuck. Can we play it here? You want the hits over in your joint?
No, I don't care. You can play it here.
Oh man, maybe we could find a spot for that.
What did you think about Cam and them the other night? That was we were talking about it the last week. The fucking icing the kicker hardly ever works, but apparently it still works.
Yeah,
amazing. It's the only job you got. You should never be iced out. You should be practicing with all sorts of distractions all the time. You should never be able to kick a field goal in practice without all sorts of noise and havoc.
That was both my brother's tricks, was to run from 9th grade up, they would run and hang with the kickers so they wouldn't have to do the first fucking 40 minutes of all the cardio and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And every now and then they'd get caught every time. They're like, Henley, what the fuck? It's like, why do we have 5 kickers? Because both Mike and Terry are standing over there with the kickers all the
I
time.
think the rest of the team looks at the kicker while he's just practicing by himself.
He's working his hair,
motherfucker.
his hair, you know. He's not running stadiums.
Stretching.
He's not running stadiums.
He doesn't have to get taped up.
Oh,
None of
fuck
that.
no. It's too good.
And then the 1-bar helmets.
Oh, the Garoya Premium.
They finally got past that at least, so they look a little tougher. All right, we're going to break. We're going to figure out some shit. You stay there. Got Vic Henley and Jim Florentine today.
Some days you just have to play this all day long.
Oh, God.
I mean, literally, at least once a year, you should just play like fucking 17 hours of Zeppelin.
I can't play just
Turn your phone off and just fucking go.
You're 100% right. I can't play one Zeppelin song. If I play one, it's over.
The Hammer of the Gods. You know, the Hammer of the Gods DVD. Put that fucker on.
Yes.
Start with that.
Yes.
You know.
There's some Zeppelin songs that are way overplayed that I don't want to hear anymore.
Like what?
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
House of the Holy, Black Dog, Rock and Roll.
Yeah, rock and roll is a tough one.
I still like it. I still like when cover bands sing it. That's how much I'm a whore.
Every band.
No, that's how much I'm a whore for it. I just I love the fucking band.
How about In the Evening?
Rain Song.
Rain Song, yes.
How many blowjobs have I gotten to Rain Song?
Nice smiling, Vic. We got Vic Henley, we got Jim Florentine. I was telling Florentine during the break, this fucking guy, Florentine, is in my head all the time.
He's in all our heads.
We've been friends forever.
That's why he's a legend. He's a legend.
But there's things I do in my life, and I go, oh, what would Florentine think? And I was telling him that I did something very recently, and I was thinking, oh, fuck, what would Florentine think of this? But I can't think of what it was. And then you said something like, were you drinking a fruity beer? And I said, I'm over the beer thing. I said, fuck Florentine, I'll drink whatever I want.
And I told him I had a shitty joke in my show, and the punchline was Honey Nut Cheerios Tic Tac Pumpkin Ale.
Oh, wow.
And that's what he said, because that's what he said. He hammered you about drinking the fruity beer.
I could tell you this about beer. I finally realized I hate IPAs. I don't like them. Do you like IPAs?
Not really.
Oh, good. What is it about IPAs? People love IPAs. I've tried.
I can only drink 2 or 3 beers. And I like them. It's like songs. You know, I'm a whore for everything. I like most things.
That thing right there stinks. Everyone's trying to turn me on to it.
What is it?
The Ballast Point Sculpin. Ballast Point Sculpin IPA. It's a grapefruit beer because people know I like grapefruit beer.
Well, you know, the Lining Kugel, there's a Shandy.
So they're like, you got to try this Ballast Point. And I hate it. I got another 6-pack to try it again. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like this beer.
I can have one. I can have like one blueberry on a fucking sweltering hot day. I can have one fruity beer, one.
Yeah.
And then
you don't want to fill up on fruit. You know, you don't want to fill up on fruity beer.
It's
if you're going to drink 6, 8 beers, watching a game or at a concert or something like that.
No. Absolutely.
I did some Bud Light Limes this summer. That's all right? Is that acceptable? Look at me. I need your approval.
I know. I like it. I was going to say, I enjoyed.
That was my safest one.
That's a pretty much safe one. I'm
doing a little pumpkin, a little pumpkin ale right now.
Jackie Flynn calls them Hoppy McFucks. He's like, how about, you want another Hoppy McFucks? Anybody just doesn't drink a regular beer.
But, when you drink a Corona, you always want a lime in it, too, so.
I could drink Coronas without the lime.
Yeah.
I drink Red Stripe all day long. I like Red Stripe.
I like Corona, definitely. Anyway, I'm trying to remember what it was, but you were in the back of my head again.
He's in all our heads. Exactly. And I'm like, you often think that, boy, now, because he's going to shit on this.
And then
What's
I'm
he
like,
going to say?
It's not that I like taking pictures of the sunsets. Fuck Florentine on that one, too.
I like looking at a sunset.
You don't need a picture.
The pictures pretty much look the same.
I agree.
I don't know. The sun's, it's either coming up or going down.
Once again.
Yeah.
I'm never going to. I would try to think of something I would disagree with him on, but there isn't one.
No, I mean, there is. I mean, pretty much the same.
No, I'm with you.
If it comes to me, I'll tell you. But I knew it was like, Florentine. Boy, he's not gonna like this
What
one.
was it? What were you doing?
I'm trying to remember.
Having some hummus or some spinach dip or something.
I was doing a little weeding.
No, I do it too. I do my own landscaping.
Do you enjoy a little weeding from time to time?
I'd rather not do it, but I do it.
I find it very relaxing.
I don't mind. Yeah, I do that.
Until a guy on a motorcycle drove by and beeped because he thought I was like a chick with a hot ass. I was bent all the way over. And then I looked up, and then the exchange we both had was like, he was like, God damn it. He was so embarrassed. He actually slowed down.
He did.
I was bent all the way over.
It's like the Kinnison bit.
Right.
It's the Kinnison. Have you seen me working in my yard?
Do you have shorts on or do you have pants on? I'm trying to get the visual here. Because it might have been me.
I had sweatpants on. I was bent all the way over. This guy really thought I was a chick. And then by the look, when he saw my face, he was like, I knew it wasn't, one of those people.
Were they tight sweatpants or are they baggy?
Relatively, like not baggy though, no, but not too tight. Relax.
No, I'm picturing you bending over that your balls would be.
I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like he's bending over to pull weed, so he'd see the back of his sack and some tight pants. So maybe this guy's
right.
He realized by his look that he made a horrible mistake.
Right. He just saw a flash of blonde, and
what did you do? Go? Where are you going? I got some Ballast Points fucking beers to drink with you.
Fucking football. Let's talk a little football. Very interesting first week, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got on this whole thing? My stupid Jets fucking lost.
That was like a playoff game, though. And Boomer said that. I was watching, or no, I think Phil Simms said it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Boomer, or maybe Boomer said it at halftime. But I thought that was a goddamn great. Sorry, but that was a fucking good ball game.
It
right?
was. It was a good game.
If the fucker can make some kicks.
Well, we missed an extra point and a field goal.
22-yarder.
I know.
They missed one too. They each one. So if you give the give on each kicker, they still missed an extra point. You got a whole other ball game.
It was a great game though. It was back and forth the whole fucking.
It was like a playoff game.
Fucking afternoon.
Crazy good.
And the Jet field goal kicker is great.
Oh yeah,
never misses.
Nick Folk's amazing.
Nick Folk had a rare off day.
That was his first extra point. 300 in a row or something. They were saying they hexed him. They're like, he's never 300 in a row. Doesn't matter. They moved it back.
Well, this year there's going to be a lot of missed extra points, though. Well, maybe not a lot, but there's going to be certainly more because they started it back.
They started it last year, and there was definitely more, but they wanted to make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, so they'll definitely. There
was like 3 or 4 missed yesterday.
Don't you think they should move it back even more?
No, I don't know. If you get a touchdown,
35's good.
It's not. I think it's. Is it? I think it's 27.
35. It's a 35-yard kick. I think.
No, I think it's. I think they put it back at the 10, so it'd be a 27-yarder.
Right.
Oh,
instead of a 20, maybe.
Oh my God,
something like that.
Could you look that? Travis, do you know? I'm trying to. How far?
I don't know exactly.
How far is the? Extra point, Paul. Extra point.
It used to be 20. It used to be at the 3, and it's 17 yards back. It used to be a 20.
So they just moved it to the 10.
I think it's a 30-yarder now. They moved to the 13.
I think Jim's right.
30? We said 35. People are screaming at the radios right now. They know.
Being wrong. Yeah, that's why I say things. It's the only reason I'm on here talking is so I can be corrected.
He's just lonely and wants someone to correct him.
Thank you, Travis.
Travis has a kick-ass Pearl Jam fucking hoodie on right now.
All right, 33.
I want that so
it's between 30 and 35 is 33.
33? Yeah. So we're all wrong.
All right.
Across the board.
If this is a Price is Right, I would be in line to win the showcase.
Right. What do you think of week 1 there, Florentine? What do you got?
It was good. They were a lot of close games. The New England game last night came down to a missed field goal. The Thursday night game came down to a missed field goal.
Brady's replacement there marched him down, though. Had a nice drive at the end of the game. He did all right.
Yeah.
He threw for over 200 yards.
Yeah,
250, 260,
and like 70,
like
almost 80%. He was like 24 out of 32 or something crazy good.
Patriots are going to be
no picks.
They're going to be okay, and then and then they get a Brady that's nice and fresh and rested, older quarterback. I think it helps the team in the end.
Well, he could be rusty too because he can't practice with the team when he's suspended either.
So is he throwing the ball to his wife there?
Yeah, there was a picture online of them.
Him and
Really?
Giselle.
He was throwing, in the backyard.
Just running some drills.
Yeah, she's jumping up real high
Tip
for
drill.
it.
And then she's girly throwing it back to
It's
him.
the first time I got a rod watching Brady throw a pass.
And then she has to throw it twice to get it back to him.
Yeah.
She throws it once, runs after it, okay, and then throws it again, and it finally bounces all around him, and then he gets to throw it again. That's how he's practicing, you think? Of course not.
I've liked LeGarrette Blount since he punched the guy in college. I really have.
Yeah.
Remember when he did that? He got thrown out off the team at Oregon. Yeah, LeGarrette Blount
Punched him for what?
At the end of the game, he loses and something, and he runs over. He was removed from football for his college year, and then the pros, naturally, they encourage the punching. Yeah. So they'll bring you right in. But he was at Oregon, I forgot. Boise State beat him, and he's mad, and he runs over at the end of the game and just punches another player in the face as they're leaving the field. Boom.
Ah, wow. There you go.
Yeah. There's not even, you can't even, it's like the Rudy Tomjanovich. There's no,
Right.
there, boom, fuck you, sucker punch.
Well, the Rudy punch is the sickest punch in
that's one of the
ever.
worst. But yeah,
Ever
that's
in
still
sports.
That's
a pretty good one, though.
That guy, they threw his eyes off the team, and then he started making money 8 weeks later. But I've enjoyed that usually this would ruin someone's life.
Sure.
And he's been making money for 7 years.
And the guy that took the punch,
he's selling carpet in Boise. He's got the Stanley Steamer franchise.
Well, he made the mistake of having his helmet off after the game.
Right.
Like if he would have kept it on,
Correct.
he wouldn't have landed it.
I'm a Florentine as usual.
Blunt keeps his helmet on in case the guy's going to punch back.
right.
Number one rule in football.
So the Patriots looked all right.
Yeah, Patriots look good.
Jets looked all right. That was a tough loss, though.
I wasn't crazy about I know 4 of the Dolphins kneeled during the national anthem.
Right. I don't like they did it on 9/11.
I know. You know what? Just
I
come
don't
out.
like that at all, man.
Just come out and say, look, I'm going to respect this day. I'm going to do it the rest of the season.
Right.
No one have a problem with it.
Doing
You're
it on
right.
9/11 makes it even rougher.
It's a
No,
little extra douchey.
I think
Maybe.
so.
What's 1 week? What if you don't do it the first week and you do it the next 15? What's the difference?
Sure.
Yes.
It's not going to lose any steam, this thing. Everyone's talking about it. Kaepernick's going to sit tonight. The 49ers play tonight, so he'll sit. He's not even starting, but he'll sit or kneel or whatever he's going to do.
Right.
But yeah, I wasn't.
Is Kaepernick done as far as
He's a backup right now with the 49ers. Blaine Gabbert beat him out, and he's not a good quarterback.
Not good
so.
at all. Yeah.
So Kaepernick's career is definitely.
I think Jim Harbaugh pretty much knew how to make that guy work, that quarterback. As soon as Harbaugh was gone off the 49ers, he was done.
Right.
He just never had it back, so.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like that they were kneeling on 9/11 especially. Not a fan of them kneeling in
I think that's why the ones
but-
that interlocked arms were probably feeling the same way. Maybe
Right.
that's why they did no, we're not. We will stand together.
We will
and
stand, but we're going to
interlock.
show that
Sure. Something,
we're
right.
feeling a little different
Whatever,
right now.
fine.
It was great. One of the Dolphins guys is Kenny Stills. He's the one who kneeled during the national anthem, and then like the fourth play of the game, he was wide open on a bomb, right in his hands, and he dropped it. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, there you go. And he's a free agent at the end of the year, and they think he's going to get a big contract right in his fucking hands.
Who does Karma Police? Is that Radiohead?
He was open by 30. There was nobody around 30 yards around him, wide open, 72-yarder, and he fucking dropped it.
Nice.
Real
I
nice.
like it.
What other games or highlights did you like there, Florentine?
Well,
I know the Bills lost too.
Kansas City came back. They were way down. That was a 21-3 at halftime, I think.
yeah, I think they were down 24-3 and came back and won that. The Raiders go for 2 at the end of the game in New Orleans, down 34-33 after they scored a touchdown with like 37 seconds left. And instead of giving the ball back to Drew Brees, who already threw like 450 yards, they go, you know what, fuck it, we're on the road. We can't stop Drew Brees.
I like
Let's
it.
just go for 2 here. If we lose, we're gonna. If we don't get it, we lose 34-33. They got the 2 points.
Right.
Old school, going for the win on the road, go for 2 on the
Grinding
road.
it out.
Tie it up at home, go for 2 on the road.
Right.
Man, that's crazy good.
That is crazy good.
I had a bunch of my friends over, and we don't invite anyone over that's into fantasy football because you don't want that nonsense talking.
Right.
You know, because that's what everyone's going to be doing. And my brother said, hey, I got a guy. He's going to bring a couple of his friends over. Is that okay? I go, that's fine. I go, just warn him. You know, it's going to get crazy. My friends are fucking animals. And he goes, yeah, all right, no problem. I go, just throwing it out there because.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
What makes them crazy friends?
It's
Just the drinking
and just everything that's said and just it's insane.
Yeah.
I got a couple that are just completely, out of control.
Are they mooners?
Moaners, yeah. They get naked, halfway through the game, just standing in front of the TV, because stark naked.
John Voight and Ray Donovan, crazy.
Oh yeah. Pulling their pants all the way down, farting in people's faces, and pissing in cups, pissing outside, shitting in the bowl and not flushing it for the next guy. Yeah, it's like we're living in a dorm.
They're animals.
They're animals.
He opened with it.
People passed out by the Super Bowl. We had a friend that didn't even make it to halftime. He was passed out like 8 slept through the whole game.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So these two guys that came over, I guess they were talking about fantasy football. So my friends were watching the Giants upstairs, two of my friends, and we were downstairs watching the Dolphin game. And I guess these two guys were talking about fantasy football when the Giants were on. I had two big Giant fans. And I just got a text from my friend Kevin. I'll read it to you. He goes, me and John might string a guy onto the tree in the front of the house. Are you okay with that? I go for it. And I just wrote back, go for it. And I knew go. They were going to go hang him because he was talking about just fantasy. I'm missing points here. This guy
fucking lynch this guy.
Yeah, and he was because it was really tight.
Was he begging for the red zone?
No, he was. Do you
go red zone in the Florentine house?
Sometimes we do. If your team's not playing, you put that on. That's great.
Game, right.
So he was just asking during the Cowboy Giant game was like a playoff game too. It was great.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need another point. He's got to catch a pass. And they were just shut the fuck up, screaming at him. I heard this commotion going on. I'm like, just go. I don't give a. If you beat him up, you beat him up. I don't fucking know him.
That fantasy football's huge though.
I'm with him, though. Again, I hate to be redundant, but yeah, you just want to watch the goddamn game. I don't want to hear that I'm getting 3.6 points because this guy ran out on the
That's my guy.
Left hash mark, 2.5 points. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
My in-laws in Philly, they're all about their fantasy football.
I don't give a
They're
shit.
really
Then gamble. Then just fucking gamble.
Really
Call a bookie
That's my guy.
and gamble. If you really want to.
There's a lot of internet sites you could find in 2 seconds.
Down 12 points.
That's what we do.
Can just bet the spread, right? Make a do a parlay, something. Shut up.
It's not going away, man.
No, I know.
It's not. But
going away.
If you're like a huge fan, like if you're really into the Jets and it's a really close game, and some guys, it's 3rd and 1, and some guys going, how many catches does Brandon Marshall have? Because I have my team and I'm behind on points. Right. You don't want to answer that question at that moment.
I understand. I absolutely understand. Someone wrote out my record, my team record. Who put this up? Paul?
Yeah. Is everybody you enjoy?
Oh, everybody in the AFC East, but the Dolphins.
Yes, right.
So you went 1 and 2 yesterday.
That's his weird ass thing.
Oh, thank you for saying 1 and 2 because people are trying to say that I also like the Dolphins.
No, you don't.
Somehow or another, you got lured into that.
It's my father-in-law and my two brother-in-laws down there in Philly. Even though they're hardcore Philly guys, they like the Dolphins. Because
Dan Marino's from
my father-in-law started up in Connecticut.
Is that what it is? It's not Dan Marino's from Pitt.
Oh, he loves Dan Marino.
Well, maybe that's it.
I was able to get him a little Dan Marino autograph.
Dan Marino's one of the fucking.
Dan Marino came to one of my comedy shows a few months back.
Oh, how cool is that?
It's fucking greatest night ever.
To you? Was he?
Huh?
He talked to you. He was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Did you fucking freak out? Did you know he was there?
No, I knew he was there. I knew he was coming.
Oh,
that's unbelievable!
And before I went on, I'm like, I can't. My fucking idol is in the room. I go, this is insane. I was getting all nervous.
Is he gorgeous? He's just gorgeous.
No, the tan is just phenomenal. He's never not had a tan.
No, he's a beautiful man.
I know. And he's like 54, and he's still like an 8.5 at 54.
Would you?
No gray hair.
Would you? Because it's Dan Marino. No one's looking.
What would I have to do?
I don't know.
Just spoon. What about just spooning?
Yeah, let's start with that. Would you spoon Dan Marino? You both have shorts on, though.
No!
Do I have underwear on or no underwear? Because that's a biggie.
Yeah, you don't really have underwear.
Tidy whities.
You just got up. You
Tidy whities.
Threw on some loose-fitting shorts.
Right.
Would you spoon Dan Marino? Who's also wearing...
Who's in the front and who's in the back?
I think you got to be in the back.
Oh no, you'd be.
I think I'd rather be in the back because I don't want to be in the front and him get a rod. Right? you know what I mean? So I know I'm not going to get one. So I'll just pretend like I'll close my eyes and go.
Marino.
I'll go. All of a sudden, my son grew overnight, so I'm pretending I'm spooning with him.
I understand you don't go that way, but it is Dan Marino.
No,
how do you know you're not going to get a rod?
No way, I won't.
You're sure?
Yeah.
100% sure.
Probably get the reverse rod. You'd be embarrassed. You know,
if he brings up that fake spike play, I might come in his ass. You know what I mean? When they beat the Jets and ruin the season, I'll blow a load right there. So, yeah, I can't rule that out.
And I don't think that would be gay, sir. I don't think that would be gay.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
Just a fan.
just a fan.
I'm like, sorry, Dan, I'm just a fan. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't a sexual thing. I'm just a fan.
Not one bit.
You ruined the Jets season that year. They never won a game after that.
Right. I agree.
Was he laughing at your stuff?
Yeah.
And you could see him from the stage?
No, he was in the back.
Oh,
and his wife was there
God.
and a couple of his friends, yeah.
Thank God you couldn't see him from the stage. Anyway, Paul put together Opie's NFL teams. I guess you got to put the Dolphins in there a little bit because I want my father-in-law to be happy with his Dolphins. So, all close games.
If you want your father-in-law to be happy, drink a Bud Light.
I did.
Drink a Heineken.
He was the one that brought the Bud Lights over. I'm like, I'll have a Bud Light with you.
Okay, but that would make him more happy.
I won't go Miller Lite, though. He loves his Miller Lights. I just can't do Miller Lights.
I like Miller Lite.
You like Miller Lights?
That was my first beer, was Miller Lite.
Really?
Both my brothers drank Miller Lite, and I was stealing theirs.
Maybe I should have a Miller Lite with the guy.
Well, the commercials were cool. That was the thing, too.
Oh,
back
sure
in the
they
day.
were.
That was the
Of course.
thing. You know.
But all close games. You got the Seahawks lost 12-10.
Well, no, Miami lost the Seahawks 12-10. The Seahawks beat Miami at the last minute.
You said Seahawks lost.
I did say Oh, geez. Yeah, Seahawks beat the
It was a
Dolphins
great
12-10.
game. That was a really good game.
And then, of course, Patriots, close game there, too, 23-21.
Killer.
People know these scores already, but these are the teams that, according to Paul, I follow. Jets lost by 1, and then the Bills lost 13-7.
But that wasn't close. Was that close, really, Jim?
Which one?
The Bills-Ravens. That was kind of...
How did the Bills look?
13-7, but it was...
A lot of mistakes, as usual, with a Rex Ryan team.
Yeah. Not a lot of points.
Couldn't get any offense going.
Yeah. How's their defense? Obviously,
they're missing like 6 guys.
The Bills?
Yeah, the Bills.
And they only and they held the Ravens to 13.
Yeah. Well, the Ravens aren't, the
greatest team.
They're not going to be that good this year.
Yeah.
But they're healthy again. They lost everybody last year. They had 1 million people hurt.
Yeah. But the Giant Cowboy game was great. It was a great game.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking...
And that quarterback looks pretty good, but it's only his first week. That once somebody gets tape on him, like a Bill Belichick, gets and finds out the guy's weaknesses, which could happen with the New England quarterback too, then all of a sudden they'll come back down to earth. But he looked good too, the Cowboy guy.
What are the Patriots?
Dak Prescott, Mississippi State. Yeah, he's good and he's going to win a lot of games, but he's not going to, he can be an upper tier guy. I don't think he's going to be elite NFL guy, but I think he can take them to 9 or 10 wins. He's that good, but he's not like Peyton Manning. He's not like when you see him, Cam Newton. When I saw him in the SEC, I'm like, oh fuck, he's going to beat Auburn maybe once. But he's really, really good. But like Peyton or like Brett Favre, 2 Hall of Famers, might throw that interception right when you don't need it. But I'm telling you, the fucker is for real, for sure.
They said that Romo is not. They'll make the decision when Romo comes back if he's got his job. So if this guy kicks ass over the next 6-7 weeks, whatever, and when Romo's out, he might not even get his job back when he comes back.
And he's got a broken back, Romo?
Another, the collarbone, the back.
Holy shit!
He's fragile.
You think?
He's good when he's in there.
Of course. What was I going to ask you? The Patriots. What are they hoping for before Brady comes back? Hoping for like 2-2.
2-2, 3-1.
Would make them pretty damn happy.
They're playing Miami this week in New England. That's another win. That's 2. And I think I think maybe they got Pittsburgh and they got the Bills.
They go 3-1.
They're going to go 3-1. And they probably go 3-1 with Brady there too. They always lose one here and there.
Right.
So they're not going to miss a beat.
Then we got Bills Jets Thursday.
Yeah.
Where are they playing? In Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Might have to take a little ride.
Yeah?
Might have to take a little ride. Brother Louise, you got a ticket for me up there, Wheezy?
You're going to do a Wednesday night Guns N' Roses AC/DC and then a Thursday.
Oh, right. Fuck.
It's a big week
you got a big week.
Florentine is going to get me, hopefully, a ticket for AC/DC at the Garden with Axl singing.
If you're going, I'm going.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
will show up and badger y'all to death if you're going to see that. For
fucking
sure.
go.
They're only doing 10, 11 shows with them right now. We'll see what happens after this. But
and you're saying it's just amazing. I mean, the clips I've seen online have been pretty
insane.
Oh, hold on. Let me get Lionel on the phone. He's been calling off and on, and he keeps hanging up on us. And then we can certainly go back to football.
We woke him up, probably.
Lionel, did we wake you up?
Hardly.
Do you know Vic Henley, Lionel?
You know, I worked with him,
See?
I believe at IATA years ago.
Something.
Wait, you did IATA?
Yeah, something
Vic
horrible.
Henley?
Yeah, something
No
awful.
kidding.
Yeah, you were terrific. IATA, that was the internet radio before broadband.
Yeah,
Think
some
about
sort
that
of
one.
weird, yeah. Exactly.
I remember IATA. They were hoping for big things. It kind of fizzled out, though.
Right. That's what so had me and Lionel on board. That shows you.
No, there was no broadband then. It was it was like before the technology. It was a whole different story. But anyway, that was then, and this is now.
Yeah, IATA was like right around when satellite was just starting up too, and they weren't sure if satellite was going to take off until they made all the deals with the car companies. But
indeed,
Lionel, I follow you religiously on the Twitter. I really do. We haven't talked in a little bit. It's Lionel Media on Twitter. And I noticed you're going to be talking maybe body double stuff with this Hillary thing.
No, that was your idea. I've got other stuff, but that's your conspiracy theory, because I know you don't like. So you're a doubler? I know you're not a birther or a truther. You're a doubler? Is that it now?
Well, no. I woke up, and I always check out what's trending on Twitter, and it said something like Hillary's body double. And people are finding pictures, and they're convinced that she lost 50 pounds between fainting and then popping out of that apartment about an hour or 2 hours later. They're like, this is a different person. Look, she's 50 pounds thinner.
This is unsubstantiated. Not that that matters for this show, but this is unsubstantiated. Rumors have it that she might have been, or it has been suggested that she was, for various reasons, concerned about, as most people are, security. She might have had a lot of either body armor or Kevlar, whatever it was. That's why she was wearing these. She looked like an oven mitt, like she was wearing a bunker gear, like a fireman. That the stuff that girls wear when they're hiding a pregnancy. These weird kind of thick. You know what it looks like? You know when you're doing canine, when you have canine demonstrations and the guy comes out and he's dressed and the dog comes up and grabs the sleeve of his over. Well, that's kind of what she looked like.
You think she's wearing that?
The dog attack suit.
Well, anyway, so she goes in. Now, here's the story. Now, this is where it's just so far-fetched. See, they just think everybody's stupid. Now, she's driving what is called, in the parlance, her particular SUV, the ride, it's called an ambulance. Look at the make, look at the model, look at the style. It's so that you can stand up in it. It's an ambulance. Okay, fine. Whatever. I mean, there's
going with the rule of comedy. Just yell it louder a lot. I live in that.
I don't understand this ambulance thing.
Well, he's saying that that's
a specially equipped vehicle.
World. You know, this is a different world. We have crowdsourcing. So there are people, whether it's making a murder or anybody, you've got people who have nothing better to do who just sit and watch and research this all day long.
Yeah.
So anyway, so here's the story. She says she was overheated. Okay, what do you normally do when you're overheated? You go back to your ambulance, you turn the AC on, you cool off, and you go back. No, she had to go to Chelsea's. She also broke Secret Service protocol on a number of occasions. Stuff that I wouldn't, and most people don't normally know about how she wasn't surrounded correctly. The Secret Service agent went to open the door. That's for other people to do. They had to get out of there quickly.
That's all covered in the movie Guarding Tess, by the way. You don't really need to recap that.
Thank you. You haven't lost your stuff, Vic.
Nice. No, I don't care. I'm going with the Shirley
Sharp as a marble. Anyway, so there she is. She's doing that. So she goes to Chelsea's. Now she comes back and apparently loses the bunker gear, loses whatever it is, and comes back out. Now, couple of things here. Did you notice the blue glasses?
Yes.
What do you think that's about?
I read something.
There you go. That's a start.
She's just trying to be cool.
That's how knowledge begins.
No, she's being cool.
You like that, Mad Cuban?
That's good.
Mad
Cuban is here with us.
I got so much that I have to try to read there, Lionel. I did read something that has something to do with a medical issue. Am I onto something?
Yes. First,
yeah.
These are called, and by the way, these are going to be the new trend. They're called Zeiss Z1 Blue lenses.
Whoa.
Carl Zeiss?
And they're used, get this, for photosensitive epilepsy, for things called dyskinesia, and go back to the original glasses she had. Remember after her fall, 2012, she falls in the State Department. Serious fall. Concussion fall. Blood clot fall. Serious. And she shows up to the Benghazi hearings wearing those funky glasses. And in the left lens, it is called a Fresnel or a Fresnel, spelled Fresnel. It's a special lens which is for diplopia or double vision.
Double vision.
Foreigner.
Yeah, let's do a little foreigner.
That double vision always seems to get
Feeling down and dirty, feeling kind of mean. Down, down, down,
He did the best of me line. Best of me.
So she's walking around with, she might as well have crutches, a brace. Do they not know that we kind of know what this is? She's gravely ill.
Why don't they get her a dog? Get her a dog and just act like...
No.
Selection is
therapy
nuts.
dog.
Yeah, this selection is nuts.
It's a therapy. Then it's easy.
I was not into the whole health thing. I wasn't buying it until yesterday. So I'm like, I know you're laughing, but I'm late to the party. I'm thinking an older lady
Late to the party?
She could have a coughing fit. I wasn't. I thought some of you guys were crazy with this whole thing. I'm not going to lie to you, but after yesterday, I'm definitely now all in and really want to know what's going on with her medically.
Dude, that video looks like she got hit by a bat.
Did you see that?
I'm trying to be. I love you, man, but this has only been written by everybody, including Bill Clinton. And side note, where the hell is Bill? Yeah. Your wife has pneumonia. She's collapsing. This was a collapse. This wasn't a, oops, I lost my stumble. Oops, this was, where is he? He's probably on that top floor of the Clinton library in Arkansas. That's the love pad. That's the love shack. But anyway.
Is that where Lionel, is that where he takes chicks? I didn't know that.
That's what they say.
At his age, you think he's still getting it done there, Lionel?
Well, he's got his own problems. If you notice, he's got a bit of it may appear to have a bit of a tremor. I mean, let's face it, these people are getting, older, and he's still in good shape, and I don't gloat.
The tremor's pretty obvious, and his eyes don't look quite right. They're looking like he's a bit on the sick side. It's crazy, and you don't have to be polite. You hammer me with this health thing. I wasn't buying it. I wasn't reading as much as you were about it, I'm sure. So
that's true. That's true.
But I'm in now. I really am. I want to know what the hell's going on. Well,
there's a couple of things here. First, she has severe. This is a very, very serious issue that she has had. They thought the coughing may have been because of medication. And remember, all of this doesn't really matter in life, but she wants to be the president of the United States. And you know those classic photos where the guy goes into office, he has jet black hair. 4 years later, he looks dead, like he's dying.
Yeah, their skin always looks a bit on the gray side. But then they get a few years back, it seems like, after they get out of office, they get a little healthier. But you're right. I mean, if she's this bad before she even goes in there, what the hell? She's going to die in office.
But you understand that there's another aspect to it. They say George Washington, the line was, he never told a lie. He never told a lie. Hillary Clinton has never told the truth about anything. There is a sense of, you don't understand. I don't need no stinking servers. I do what I want.
That's why she'll live. That's why she'll never go down. Meanness prevails, usually.
Can't kill a weed.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love it. I love it. That's
no
why
conscience
I
or
agree.
anything.
She will never die.
So there's no stress.
Yeah, I don't think at all. Yeah,
when you don't give a fuck about anybody or anything.
I agree.
That meanness keeps the arteries clear.
My granddaddy lived to 99 fucking years old and was meaner than shit and didn't lose an ounce of his hatefulness.
How old did you want him to live to? I see that in your face.
Well, I wanted him to fucking be dead at 70 because he hated me. But once he got to 90, we're all going, let's go 110.
Everyone over 80 is an asshole.
You know, he was that way at 20.
My whole town's full of them. They're all assholes.
But no, that's why I don't think she will ever die in office because she's just too fucking perfect for that.
Lionel, let me throw a little monkey wrench into what you're saying here, though. Wouldn't the Democrats be extremely worried if all this is true?
Oh, as we speak, they've been having emergency. They have been for the longest time now. The big donors, big, have not bought her health at all. Number one, they've not, and they're extremely worried because whom do they go to? Biden? Uncle Joe said, I'm tired of this. I don't really want this. You want Tim Kaine? And under the rules, remember, the DNC, they can do whatever they want. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they do whatever they want. There is no law. You can't go to court. You can't sue them. They could bring Bernie back or who knows. But also, notice how smart Trump is. He hasn't said a word.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
Yep. That is very smart on his part.
The first time I thought, this stupid son of a bitch is going to sit there and say something dumb as that.
You know what's going to come out in like an hour. You know it's
yeah, he's going to say something
without a doubt.
He wants to.
Oh yeah, he's got it written. He's ready to hit send right now, and there's 10 guys telling him, "Don't fucking send it. Listen for once.
Stay away from your phone, Donald.
Leave it.
Stop. Eat your taco bowl and stay off your phone. We've been over this.
He has never looked more presidential than now. You do know.
Oh, look, breaking news. Sorry, breaking news. Trump, I will release results of physical.
Here we go.
Just as we were talking about. I will release results of physical.
Ran 12 miles yesterday.
Basically saying, this is what my body is all about. What's yours?
Hope she feels better. I love it. I hope she feels better.
Oh, here's his statement.
The first part. I hope she feels better.
I hope
it clicked to the other screen.
Yeah,
there was a screen before that. In the first 3 sentences, I hope I just want her to get back on her feet. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, back up a little bit. Remember his gastroenterologist? I don't know who this doctor was, Dr. Feelgood or whoever, Dr. Demento or
Dr.
whoever he was. But he wrote the review, like when he was double parked. I think he wrote this thing and said, "I've never seen anybody in greater." I mean, it was laughable. But here's what Hillary did when he was saying, "Let's see your health records. Let's see your health records." What does she do? Here's my tax returns. Yeah. Trump said, nice. Maybe you didn't hear me because of all the neurological damage. I said, where's your health records? Who the hell wants his tax records for? Now, as we're speaking, they're trying to figure out how to blame Russia. Yeah. Somehow Putin and Russia had something to do with this, a death ray, something. Yeah. Because remember, blame Russia.
I would rather see their medical records than their tax returns. Is that a dumb thing to say?
How about both?
You do know that tax returns don't tell you anything. Do you know how much? Remember when Warren Buffett said, my secretary pays more taxes than me. That's right. You know why? You know how much Warren Buffett takes, like in a salary, like $27,000 a year. 48. He's Warren Buffett. It doesn't tell you net worth, where the money's parked. It just tells you your personal. It's any rube knows that's not what you want.
Warren Buffett's an asshole.
There you go. Getting right to the...
I'll tell you why, because he refuses to use a smartphone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Look
it up.
Well, that's fine.
He was on one of these interviews with, his son, his grandson, his great-grandson. Right. There was a whole line of them. And And he was proud that he still uses, I believe at that point, a flip phone.
I got Gloria on board 3 weeks ago. She's 83, so I guess he should probably
You
get
finally
on
got her
board.
a
She's on
smartphone?
board, yeah.
Oh, no.
3 weeks ago.
Do you believe anything Warren Buffett says? The ukulele business? I mean, are you kidding me?
When he says go Huskers, I love Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's Warren Buffett. But let's go back to Trump for just a second.
Sure.
This guy could very well and may very well win. And nobody in the mainstream media, these Ted Baxter sock puppet people, especially CNN, the worst, they cannot let this go. Let's go back a little bit, just to bring your listeners up to speed. Donald Trump...
Lionel just insulted a whole bunch of you, by the way.
No, your listeners. 16 of the biggest...
Oh, I thought you said 16 listeners.
That's what I was going to say. That's
Oh, my
a
God.
number.
I stopped breathing for a second. Go ahead, Lionel.
Senators, governors,
Yeah.
big Jeb Bush, a brain surgeon, an actual brain surgeon. He kicked their ass. And I don't mean a little bit, destroyed them. Number two, Hillary Clinton's never been in a debate. September 26th, Hofstra, she's going to stand there for an hour and a half against him in this lights out, over the top rope battle royal with Donald Trump. Are you kidding me?
Well,
That's what everybody's hoping
She
for.
can't do it.
But Hillary debated Bernie Sanders, and
Oh, stop it.
it didn't happen. All right, I must have been watching something else. I'm not sticking up for her. I'm just saying it fucking happened.
This guy was such a shill. Oh, he's such a shill. You know who else is a complete loser?
The
Gary
Independent's
Johnson.
a shill. You're telling me, wait.
Whoa,
you're
he's saying Gary Johnson's a
is
loser.
shill too?
Gary Johnson is an idiot. He's a putz. He's a shill.
Well,
Libertarians don't exist.
Hey,
this is this big fiction.
Lionel,
This is when
okay, I want to ask you. Sorry, I did interrupt you there,
No,
but
go ahead.
I want to ask you though. Why did Bernie Sanders tap out if he knew he's got to be in the know that Hillary's a mess? Medically, physically.
Because he never wanted to do this in the first place. Never. He never had a plan. Bernie Sanders, you got to go back and you got to read this. He said that I'm going to be the inner gear for the Democratic Party. What does that mean? It means he's going to kind of direct Hillary back towards the left. She's more right and center. And he's going to come out and say some stuff. He never thought he would ever get to first base. Then all of a sudden, especially among the millennials, those hominids that we speak about all the time, the millennials, he took off. And he was out of control. And they couldn't believe him. And he said, listen, Hillary, I don't know what the hell is happening. I'm not supposed to win. It's like Being There with Chauncey Gardner. I'm not supposed to win. It's
a
like
great
the
movie.
producers.
It's a fucking
This
great
isn't
movie.
supposed to be a hit. I'm going to come out there. I'm a white-haired, Jewish, atheist, socialist from Brooklyn. Nobody's going to vote for me. Oh, really? This is how bad. Do you know how scared the Democratic Party was? Say, Hillary, he's kicking your ass.
Yeah.
You have nothing. You have nothing. You're a warmonger. You're a Wall Street shill. You're a sellout. You have no soul. You're an animatronic. This guy, and the first thing to show you when he telegraphed it, when he came out and said, I don't want to talk about these damn emails. You putz, that's the issue. So he's telling folks, here's my right hand.
Yeah.
I'm tying it behind my back. Hillary, I'm helping you. And what the only way she won is when they basically rigged it with superdelegates.
Right.
Bill is also kind of laughing. So, you thought you could do it on your own, huh? You thought you could do it.
pretty good,
Nobody
Bill.
wants her. Meanwhile, where's Anthony Weiner?
Meanwhile, where's Anthony Weiner? How did we get to Anthony Weiner?
I don't know.
Well,
All the things he
because
said.
that's Huma's husband.
Yeah.
And remember,
Chief of staff
when
for
that
Hillary.
went,
I know the
Or
connection, but
something.
why are we going Anthony Weiner now?
well, because remember, he's being quiet. You've also got the Assange documents are going to drop. more of those coming. Huma was pushed out of the way because the mainstream media were pushing Huma, allegations of Muslim Brotherhood, her perverted husband, plus the health, plus the server, plus, here is the big one, which is really the worst thing about the Clintons. The Clinton Foundation makes the Gambino crime family look like the Junior League. This is the most corrupt criminal enterprise anybody has ever seen.
Making them perfect for the presidency.
Yeah, no kidding.
I want that. That's what I want. I don't want a wide-eyed idiot that's not walking in here. Every horrible thing he said about her, I think totally qualifies her. Wall Street shill, political shill, everybody. Mr. Smith is not going to Washington. You need a goddamn ball game player.
Not in this election.
No, not ever. Not in our lifetime.
Oh, that's
ever.
true, too. You're
I don't think so.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, sorry. I'm going with the criminal.
Lionel.
Yes, sir.
But you're not really a Trump guy either, huh?
No.
So,
but I'll tell you, if I had to, the country between Hillary, the lesser of two evils is still evil, and it's less. That's the oldest expression in the book. But if I had to pick somebody, I'd go for Trump.
I didn't think Trump had a shot until.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Hold on a minute. That wasn't a period. Wow. There was an until.
You wanted to call him.
I had an until in there.
This was your idea.
Holy fuck. I didn't think. I'm just being honest with Lionel. I didn't think Trump had a chance of winning this thing until yesterday.
Ooh.
And I said to myself, holy shit, Trump is going to be the president.
Definitely.
You think?
I know it.
No, I don't know.
That's not too outrageous, is it there, Lionel?
Too soon.
I've never seen anything like this.
Listen, I don't want to be cruel, but you haven't been really studying this very quickly. There's a lot of other indications that showing he's doing far better than anybody ever thinks.
Yeah, well,
I have a question. There's people that are saying that there's a lot of people on the polls that say they're not going to vote for Trump, but they're gonna. In my town in Jersey, all these people, you ask them, unless they know you, they tell you they're voting for Hillary. But then when I talk to them, they're like, I'm definitely voting for Trump.
All right.
I've never seen that before.
Well, that's a mystery.
Excellent point.
Well, that was like when Obama in 2000, everyone would just say Obama, and they really, because they didn't, it was,
right.
You know, they were considered racist if they didn't. And they went in and voted Republican.
I'm feeling it in my town. People like push me aside and say, listen,
Carl lives in a very rich town, but he doesn't have money.
Lionel, who wins in a debate with Hillary and Trump? Does Hillary wipe the floor with Trump and maybe she...
No. Trump destroys her. His only problem is don't be too aggressive. Remember when Hillary Clinton... going back when she ran for senator, and Rick Lazio. Remember the Democrat?
Yeah, nice pull, Lionel.
Yeah, that was for the Senate race.
Yeah.
2000.
Okay. Chewed his ass up.
Right.
And Lazio walked over, crossed the line. Walked over to her side of the podium and was going to hand her something.
Yeah.
And they said, whoa, hey, tough guy, that's a lady.
Yeah.
And he said, what are you talking about? I'm just moving over here. Oh, no. And all of a sudden she became, I declared, very dainty. And so there's always that part. But whoever just said that, I'm not sure the parties here, but about people who say one thing.
That was the Mad Cuban.
Yeah.
Are you really a Cuban?
Yes, I am.
No me diga, chico.
Oh, boy.
Now,
what did he just say?
Told me to go fuck myself.
Did he really?
No, he says, don't tell me about it.
He said those plantains are tasty.
Yeah. He said, where's my rice, waiter?
There was a poll that happened. Let me give you an analogy. When you're picking a jury, I'm a lawyer by profession, and when you pick a jury, you always ask people, Mr. Vick, do you promise to listen to all the evidence and then decide upon only the evidence and not be in any way swayed by prejudice or, absolutely, of course. Okay. Well, when people are called in polls and you talk human to human, they'll say one thing. Now, they also noticed a glitch when it came to robocalls. That was a different story. When people said, look, I'm going to tell you, since I'm talking to a machine or since I don't have to deal with you, they're voting for Trump. You know who also is voting for Trump? Hollywood. Like you can't believe. Because let me tell you what Americans care about. Crime, illegal immigration, and this thing that people laugh at, MAGA, Make America Great Again. Now, let me ask you something, Vic, Opie, and my Cuban friend.
And don't forget about Jim Florentine.
Yeah, don't leave Florentine out.
What the fuck? Florentine's here.
He's mad at me because I said that Bernie and Hillary debated.
You were right, though.
Yeah, he was totally right.
Yeah, that's right.
Completely correct.
He wrote you off a while ago.
I know.
And then he fucking put him in the corner.
I thought I saw it. Maybe I didn't.
Maybe I did.
I did nothing of the kind.
I love that you're second-guessing yourself.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Strong Florentine is now second-guessing himself because it's Lionel. Go ahead, Lionel.
My question is, name one platform Hillary stands for. Name it. What does she stand for? Tell me one thing. Anything.
The
What is
3-meter diving platform at the Rio Olympics. Springboard.
Hey, Lionel,
sorry.
let me ask you a question. Why hasn't Trump pulled, all Bill Clinton with all those women and sexually assaulted him, all that stuff, when he said he was going to go after it? How come he hasn't done that yet? I think, you know.
He did. He did through his surrogates. Roger Stone did it. You're going to be hearing more from Kathleen Willey and others. But you know what? He doesn't really have to now. Believe me, it's they took the foot off the accelerator. They're coasting. They don't have to do anything. Just sit back and wait.
Yeah.
And all Trump has to do now is say, well. Now, here's the best part. Let's assume during the debate, watch for this one. If she's able to, let me just say this again, an hour and a half. Remember when she was off? The last time we had a debate, she was in the John or someplace. She just walked off.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, now it's all up in the air.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, she just walked up. Excuse me, and even David, whoever says, "Okay, she'll, I guess
definitely
something I
number
said." She just leaves.
Yeah.
Changing
So
the
she's
bag.
going to stand there for it, and the first time she clears her throat, the first time she takes a sip of water, somebody's going to be zooming in like, what's that thing on her tongue? What's that thing in her ear? Is that an earbud? Is that an earpiece? Is that I mean, she is going to be so freaked out, standing there saying, I can't cough. I can't. I've got to look great.
Yeah.
Do you know that she has been so ill, it is reported, that she took off from the weekends, didn't even campaign. Huma, in the emails that were reported, leaked, or dropped, said that she spent 12, 13, 14 hours sleeping, recovering. She's not well. Jeez. She's going to go an hour and a half, 90 minutes with Trump?
It's going to be amazing. She could actually fall over in front of all of us.
I've run through my TV
in front of all of
passes
us.
Out
Everybody's looking forward to it.
Who's not watching that? It's unbelievable. But the hole in her tongue, that's a weird one, too.
I don't know what
College
that
piercing.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
About. But listen. But wait till. Wait. I hope she says. Here's how to handicap it. When she says, and let's talk about Trump University and your bankruptcies. Watch for that one.
Right.
Because he's going to say, I'm glad you brought that up, Hillary. Now, out of 500 and whatever corporations that I own, 4 went bankrupt, as you say. That's pretty good. And as far as Atlantic City, everybody went bankrupt. Win, Revel, even the city went bankrupt. So it's not exactly a boomtown. But let's talk about another bankruptcy, Whitewater. Hey, kids, did you ever hear about this story?
Too old. No one's
Whitewater. You want to talk about that, Hillary? Where the governor of Arkansas was indicted?
Yeah.
20 people indicted. He went to prison? Let's talk about that. Gulp. And then if she says, let's talk about Trump University.
Lionel's killing it today.
Gulp.
Sorry.
I'm hungry. I've got to go eat.
Yeah,
I have to pee.
You got to sort of wrap up. We got to take a break. But go ahead.
I want to go back to football.
Please finish your point. Please finish your point.
I think I just did.
Yeah, you're right.
You can end on gulp.
Yeah, you can end on gulp. Lionel, always entertaining. It's been a little while. We got to get you back in studio.
Not necessarily.
No.
Hey, Vic, let me tell you something.
I'm taking the
I
joke.
like your work. You're a good man. I enjoyed my time with you.
Right.
Lo, those many years ago. You're okay.
I know.
All right.
I've seen him.
Because you kind of made that redneck kind of humor, that hee-haw stuff,
Oh,
palatable.
right.
I liked it.
Me and Junior Samples.
Very cool.
BR549.
Great band, Chuck Mead.
Lionel, we got to let you go. It's Lionel Media on Twitter. You're a good one to follow. I'm a big follower of the Lionel Media. I'll tell you right now.
Adios.
All right, my friends. All the best.
All right.
And the Mad Cubans basically said, "Go fuck yourself."
Fuck yourself in Cuban. Hasta luego.
Hasta los huevos.
I think you insulted the Mad Cuban a little bit, right?
No, I'm fine.
You all right now? All right, Lionel.
Take care.
There he goes. That was pretty entertaining.
He's great.
He's great. I love that you're second guessing yourself. I've never seen Florentine.
I saw that. Right. I've never seen him pause. I'm with you. I've never seen him take pause.
I don't know. Well, maybe I didn't see it.
No, I definitely did. That was very sarcastic.
All right.
I think she crushed him in the debate.
She did.
I think she's a good. I disagree. I think she's really good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think he makes some good points there. For health is not what it's.
Now it's her against not dying. That's her problem.
that's the.
She just can't.
The race
die.
is not her and
She'll
Trump.
win
It's her against the Grim Reaper.
She loses.
All right.
I know you're being sarcastic, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't.
You really didn't?
I thought he's really getting the point.
I do.
Nobody gets the point.
Absolutely do. All right. Wow, we got Alter Bridge already, huh? This show's flying. We haven't even done anything yet.
That's true. Every day.
And I wanted to talk about Meatloaf. He was supposed to be on the show
apparently
today.
Is good enough to be on Fox and Friends. I look over here and there he is jerking off on fucking this guy's face.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Meatloaf, and then he, I don't know, canceled, or they couldn't fit him in, or I don't know what the official thing is, but we enjoyed the Meatloaf.
He's well,
He passed out on stage too, right?
Oh yeah.
He bit it.
I love the documentary.
It's wonderful.
Me and Vic were.
It is really good.
Giggling about that earlier.
Yeah,
I think it was an MSG documentary.
Yeah, maybe so.
And boy,
that's where I saw it. I know that's where I saw that one and the Rush documentary, both on MSG for the first time.
He's got incredible anxiety, and boy, does it come out in this documentary.
The Rush documentary is amazing too.
Yeah, the Rush one's good.
I
haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
All right, we got Alter Bridge coming in. I think they're playing a song for us, right? I believe.
They're going to do Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
Billie Jean. And we got to play some Double Vision by Foreigner. Maybe end the show with that.
Second album.
Alter Bridge is up next. Alan Thicke is on the way. We got Jim Florentine, who's going to be, where are you going to be, Jim?
Phoenix next week, September 21 through the 25th at the House of Comedy, and then down in South Florida, Boca Black Box Comedy Club, October 6th, and then Mardi Gras Casino in Hollywood, October 7 and 8.
Right on. And Vic Henley's hitting the road.
I'm in Pittsburgh this Friday with Kathleen Madigan, and Saturday in Baltimore, and then Omaha Funny Bone next month.
Nice. And Mad Cuban's here. What do you got going on? You're on TV tonight?
I was on TV last night.
It was last night.
It was during football. I didn't even watch it.
Fuck. No, you didn't even watch yourself.
I watched football.
You watched football instead of
American.
You were on the Food Network last night?
Food Network, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a judge on the show.
What's it called? Next
grocery games.
Next fucking Food Network.
Everything's next. Everything. The cupcake challenge. This, that, whatever.
Right.
There's a cupcake involved.
Best slaw I ever ate.
Fuck you.
Roland is your.
Roland came to my restaurant.
Roland is your best friend. You owe money now because he writes me last.
He had a T-shirt on the other day.
Oh, your T-shirts are amazing.
Oh, they're great.
Where did you get them?
Somebody made them for me.
But are you selling them?
No, I don't sell it. It's impossible for me to know how to make money.
All right. But this is why Roland is your best friend. He texted me yesterday, can Carl come by to plug this? And then it's you on TV.
Oh, yeah. That was yesterday.
So how are we plugging this if it already happened?
Well, it's on every Sunday.
Paul's laughing. You get it.
Right.
Every Sunday at 8 o'clock, but it's like during football, so I guess I'll talk to you in January.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
But every Sunday at 8 on the Food Network?
I could murder someone on the Food Network at 8 o'clock every Sunday. No one will see it.
Too bad.
Well, it's over.
All right, we got to go eat. Alter Bridge next. They are definitely doing a couple songs for us. Thank you, Travis. And then Alan Thicke. So we'll be back.
Opie and Jim are back. Give them a call now. 866-969-1969.
Oh, great. Now I'm being replaced by a robot. Opie and Jim are back.
Yes, we are back. Jim Norton will be back tomorrow from Australia. He's going to have some stories to tell, I'm sure. Today we got Jim Florentine, we got Vic Henley, we got the Mad Cuban, and on the couch, Alter Bridge. Which mic are they, Mars? Hey, Miles, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm trying to get the mics on over there. Yeah. Mark, can we hear you over there? There you go. What's going on, man?
Not much. How you doing?
What's happening? We're good. It's early. We're doing it.
How's Miles' voice going to be this early?
This will be interesting.
Awesome.
This should be very intriguing.
I'm guessing awesome.
I think your voice will be awesome. You don't like singing this early, I would imagine.
Well, it's we'll make it. It'll be fine.
You do a little tea and honey. What do you do to get the voice going this early?
Me.
A little warm up action.
The old school.
The old school.
I've seen Miles a ton of times at concerts. The guy's never hit a bad note. Do you ever hit him?
All the time.
No.
No way. It shows that I'm not.
Sometimes in the earpiece, do you say, "Oh fuck"?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Mark ever give you a look like, "What the fuck's going on"?
He gives me a look when I say something stupid on the mic, which is quite often. That's a common.
He gives me the look. He knows it's coming though.
All right, now I need to know one stupid thing you said.
Yeah.
Where
you want to know?
Yeah, where it just didn't work.
I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him the story. Okay, this is pretty much the epitome of all things uncomfortable on stage. We were playing at the Download Festival in 2005. So I think it was our first time, and that's a festival. It's basically what was Donington. So it's like a massive, like
80,000 people. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah. So there are a few folks in the audience. There's Black Sabbath is headlining.
Wow.
Now at the time we only had one record to tour on, so we had a cover we put in, which was. We were getting ready to do Kashmir, and I have a little space to segue or to get ready to set up the song and everything. But to get the crowd riled up, I'm like, how many people are here to see the greatest band of all time, Black Sabbath? 80,000 kids go crazy. And then I know we're coming into this Zeppelin song. I'm like, wait, I mean the second greatest band of all time. And I look over at Mark, and he's just shaking. It's like, what are you doing? And
the crowd goes from cheering to talking.
Just like, this guy's a moron.
Like, what the fuck? What? What? Huh? What did you just say?
So I backpedal ferociously, and somehow, it's a tie. But at that point, I'm like, I don't want to ever say anything on the mic again. So.
That is really funny. Yeah. Florentine was telling us about you almost were going to do something with Zeppelin.
About 3 years later, Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones and Jason Bonham were putting together a project. It wasn't going to be Led Zeppelin. I think they were just considering. They just wanted to play.
Yeah.
So they asked if I'd be interested in coming down and jamming for a little while, and that was crazy.
You got to jam with those guys out for a while.
I remember being on the bus, and Miles was like, "Sorry guys, Bonham's calling me. I'll be right back." Just being all.
I love hearing the other side of that story.
And Mark's totally grinning too. He's totally happy.
I love that.
I come downstairs on the bus. He had been about 20 minutes, and I go downstairs, and he's got this look on his face like his dog just died. He's just got this distant look, and I'm like, "What's wrong, man? Are you okay?" He's like, "I'll tell you in a second." And he's like, "Dude, they just asked me to come in and jam with the Zeppelin guys."
I was freaking out.
Wow.
It was just...
That is funny.
He was going to cry. Yeah.
I wasn't going to cry.
Oh, come on, say it. Come on. Lie.
So you went in.
I did cry.
And you went in, so you did a few Zeppelin songs with him.
Yeah, I went that weekend and did. We played like for an afternoon, and we played a bunch of stuff from their back catalog. They had a few ideas that had been jamming on, new ideas, just kind of scattered over the top of those, which was surreal and crazy. But, and then I went back a few months later. And
anything other than Zeppelin though in the jam?
Well, just this.
Then the new stuff.
Yeah, that was.
But that was Zeppelin, and then the new stuff. But no, they didn't go Howlin' Wolf.
No, that would be cool.
That would have been really cool.
Well, you can't go fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Son House, baby.
Where are we at with Alter Bridge? You got the new record coming out October 7th, right? The Last Hero?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just a few weeks, and then we tour. Actually, we start touring prior to that. We start, in like a week or so?
We got a show on the 22nd in Destin, Florida. We hit all this big festivals here in the States, and then head over to Europe.
I'm obsessed with how you guys make money now as a band.
You guys are getting bigger over in Europe right now than you are in America.
Yeah,
like you're doing more seats over there.
It started bigger over there. I think because of our history here in the States, it took a little while.
Right.
And it's still growing here, but just the rock market in general is so much bigger over there.
it's definitely at least twice as big.
Right.
For almost every rock band over here.
And you guys got to just tour more. That's how you guys make your living more than the record sales, unfortunately.
People don't buy records much anymore, so T-shirts and concert tickets, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be you tour to promote a record.
Sure.
Now you
tour to make the money.
Yeah. So, it's cool, though, because it forces you, not forces you, but there's always that, you're always out there playing and meeting your fans and just kind of seeing, getting to experience how the music affects people as opposed to just hiding in your house and making records and not getting to see that. So it's good, man. We're not complaining.
Mark, you had speaking of idols, Miles jams with Zeppelin, Eddie Van Halen, your friends at Wolfgang. Obviously, Eddie comes to one of the shows, and you find out maybe a little before the show that Eddie's in the audience.
I knew he was coming.
Oh, okay.
I got a funny story. We were playing Kansas City, and we had 100 people at a meet and greet that were watching sound check, and there's a great picture of Eddie standing right behind about 100 people who were clueless that he was standing behind them. So that somebody's just taking that side shot, and Eddie's just sitting there smiling right behind these people.
Nobody knew Jesus was in the room.
Oh yeah, so
there he was, right there.
He came to see Alter Bridge, and he'd sat up on the top balcony. He's just leaning, smiling at you.
Is that weird? Is that weird to glance up and fucking there's Eddie?
It's gotta be nerve-wracking.
Certainly.
Totally. I mean, that's the reason I started playing guitar. I mean, I heard Eruption, in 1982 or whatever it was when I first discovered it, and that was just a game changer. And then have him at your show, it's like that was crazy.
What? Right. It's just like Florentine telling us how Dan Marino,
Yeah, no shit.
checked out one of his shows.
Last week. He let Marino's at his show.
Wow. He was a huge Dolphins fan, too. And now you fast forward in your life, and there's Dan Marino wanting to check you out. It wasn't that he just happened to be there. He came to see Florentine.
And Miles is a great guitar player, but Mark is phenomenal guitar hero right now. And then you got in his other band with Slash. So Miles like, am I really going to pick up a guitar once in a while? But and you don't want to play next to Mark. You're like, man, this guy's got it.
Oh, you guys me and Slash have both said at one point or another that Miles is the best guitar player in both of our bands.
Wow.
Yeah. Miles is fantastic.
I'll give him he's turning a little red. I'll give him a little
That's crazy talk. Don't believe that. He's had way too much to drink
we
already.
have both said that. So.
He's drinking?
He started drinking at 7. No, I'm joking.
No
he's not drinking.
Miles grew up he grew up a jazz kid. He won like some kind of guitar.
Jazz guitar?
I went through. Yeah,
I love that he's downplaying this. His
He's
body
laying
language
it
says it
low.
all. He's like, oh, guys,
He's laying it low, yeah.
Please.
This is really
This is our setup every time he plays the quiet guy.
Who's your favorite jazz guitarist?
My favorite jazz guitar player? Oh, it's probably Joe Pass.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love Pat Metheny, too.
That was going to be my guess.
See, Pat Metheny.
That was going to be my guess.
I showed you, remember that? We were in, so Mark and I sometimes will sit in the back lounge of the bus and we'll just look on YouTube for like the best guitar stuff. And so I played him this live track of Pat Metheny in Japan, I don't know, a long time ago, playing this song, and we were just like,
I don't consider that jazz. I just consider something just bizarre.
Well, it's Pat Metheny.
Yeah,
That'd be what I'd call it.
Yeah.
But do you remember? Was it him that went apeshit on Kenny G? Was it Pat Metheny?
Did
he was kind of a mellow guy. Try to pull it. It's somebody that's kind of a mellow guy that doesn't really comment a lot about shit. But for some reason or other, when Kenny G was blowing up, I think Pat Metheny lost his fucking mind.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Kenny G became kind of the
Well, he was on a whole. He's like Louis Armstrong is jazz. Pat, Kenny. This is how dare this. It was a whole, but because it was because he was so mellow and he lost his fucking mind. My neighbor was a huge Pat Metheny guy.
Oh, yeah?
When I bought my apartment, for the first 3 months I lived there, I'm like, I don't know who lives next door, but I love this dude. Because I would hear Pat Metheny in the hallway all day long.
So you're a Pat Metheny fan?
I'm just a music idiot. I'm as bad as Florentine. We're both just put on anything.
That's beautiful.
Or I like music. I hate to speak for Jim, but
music is oxygen.
Me and Miles just got turned on to Eric Gales.
Oh, man.
He's just
outstanding,
incredible. Yeah. Just jaw dropping how good he is.
I mean, the first time I heard Eric Gales, he had a cassette that he put out with it was called the Eric Gales Band. It was like in 1990. It was a long time ago, and he was just a kid. He was like 17 or 18, and it was really good. But then to hear it, I hadn't heard it in 25 whatever years, and it holds
up
crazy.
It's
insane how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Very cool. You guys are going to play a couple songs for us today,
We
huh?
are.
What do you want to
We brought in guitars.
We brought some guitars. We're going to play something off of the record we put out in 2007, 2008. It's a record called Blackbird, but we're going to play a single, first single off that record, called Rise Today. Cold, have we lost our way tonight? Have we lost our hope to sorrow? It feels like we're all alone, running further from us, right and narrow, no more heroes to follow. So what are we becoming? And where did we go wrong? Stop the blood from running. Our time is running out. Oh, we found a better way before we find we're left with nothing. For every life that's taken, so much love is wasted. Yeah. This world, yeah, oh yeah. How will you rise today and change this world? Only love can set it right. This world. Would never die. It seems to me that we got each other wrong. Or was the enemy just your brother all along? Yeah, oh yeah. I wanna rise today and change this world. Yeah, oh yeah. I want your eyes today and change this world. Here we go. Yeah, oh yeah. I wanna rise today and change this world. Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is just fine.
You're all right.
Someone's got to say
You're
it.
fine, Miles.
Alter Bridge Rise Today. Wow, we got Miles and Mark in the studio. That was awesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a great song, man.
Felt like I was on MTV Unplugged.
I know.
It's fucking totally awesome.
I think you guys are plugging in with the whole band a little later today, too, huh?
We are.
What time and what channel so I could promote that? Do you guys know? Or
We're on at 6 on Octane, I believe.
Octane tonight?
I'm not sure if it's running live at 6, but I.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Not live.
Yeah, not live. You guys are going to do it soon, and then they'll play it on Octane tonight at 6, it looks like, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Could you guys maybe do another one?
Sure.
You happen to have the guitar.
Man, made Mars work.
Do another one, then maybe we'll work into some Zeppelin.
Right. Turn into jukebox time. Everybody gets to pick one.
How great would that be?
That would be amazing.
Would it be amazing?
Except not for them, probably.
Yeah, right.
No, they'd be like, all right, guys.
Miles knows every song.
That is not true. You are so. What is the deal
knows them
today?
all.
He doesn't usually like it this much, Miles. Is that what you're saying?
All right, we're gonna do. Let's do the new single. Show Me Later. We've never actually tried this in front of. Yeah, as acoustically.
Yeah.
This is our mate. Well, I did in Europe once by myself, but together we've never tried.
We've all done it once in Europe by ourselves.
Here, thanks for sharing.
All right. So
All right, cool.
Well, they're selling another Messiah here tonight, but we're all way too numb and divided to buy. Yeah. We're singing, no, no, no. We are all too divided this time. Oh, oh. Won't compromise. Show me a leader so hope can survive. We need a hero this time. Disillusioned and tired of waiting for the one whose intentions appear persuaded we can trust. I'm singing, no, 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 'cause the promise is never enough. No, no, no. Show me a leader that was not the mind. Can survive. I know if we're to survive, we need to know this is not the end. How will we ever get by without a hero we'll find out here on our own? Whoa, compromise. Show me a leader so hope can survive. Show me a leader that won't compromise. Compromise. Show me a leader so hope can survive. We need a hero this time. We need a hero this time, or we will never survive. We need a hero this time, or we will never survive.
Nice.
Nice. Alter Bridge, Show Me a Leader. That's off their new record, The Last Hero, that comes out October 7th. I think you guys could get the singles now, My Champion and Show Me a Leader, right?
Yeah.
Very, very.
And pre-ordered a record that helps with the sales charts the first week.
Yes.
You guys hit maybe top 10.
Yeah, put a little money in their pocket.
Go see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, come see us.
Who are you guys touring with? You guys usually bring out some decent bands.
We
this
try.
U.S. run.
We try in the States here. This next run, I'm not sure. I know overseas we're doing. We're really excited. We're taking Gojira and Volbeat out.
Oh, nice.
For a good portion of it. Or at least in the UK. So that's going to be good because we're big fans of both those bands. And a band called Like a Storm.
Yeah.
It's real good. Yeah. Good kids. So, yeah.
Good kids.
Good kids.
Good kids.
Do you really
what the kids doing?
Do you really collect pinball machines?
He does.
I do, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's your best one?
Medieval Madness.
And why do you like it so much?
It's just a fun game.
Yeah.
I don't collect like the old school.
I was going to say,
that's what I was looking for.
Do you have one back when it was like gambling in bars? It was a gamble device.
I've got the haunted house machine, but that's the oldest one I got.
Oh, you don't go so old where you hear the knock when you get a free ball. Remember
pop.
that
Still does it. Still happens.
It does. Is it the same sound?
It still
though?
makes the exact same sound.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's electronic, but it still does.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I didn't know that.
I was thinking you would have something
pinball.
really old, but you just.
No, I like a lot of them are from the 80s and 90s.
You got the hula girls, the one that was a classic one. When you hit the bumpers, it shakes the hula skirt.
No.
Read up, dude. Read up.
I'll look for that one.
You have the Pat Metheny pinball machine?
Thank you, Miles.
That's very nice.
There we go.
That brings it all together. I think we got to take a break because we got Alan Thicke coming in here. I was going to try to squeeze out another song from you guys, a little cover or something, but I think I'll look there.
No.
Oh, no.
I have no.
Huh?
Play some Sun House, man.
I have no.
some Robert
resonator. Need my.
No, you don't.
Sweet Home Chicago, Robert Johnson. That's an easy one.
Mark, which one are you thinking?
Yeah.
Oh,
Robert Johnson.
Come on, dude. Seriously.
He's old school blues in him.
Mark's pushing him.
Willie Dixon, Little Red Rooster.
He's grabbing the guitar.
Oh, he thought about it.
He reached.
He thought about it. He wants to.
It would be a disaster.
Yeah?
Next time.
Take a break. Let's take a break, and then we'll beat him to death by the end of the show.
Mark's trying to get him to do it.
Yeah, it's like, how early is this? 9, 10? Well, it's 10.
No, your voice was right on, man.
You're perfect.
You're warming up for later because you got a big gig later in the fishbowl. So
But he just got back from Europe, so it's like 3 in the afternoon.
He was there by himself.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right, then we'll say thank you to Alter Bridge. This was awesome, Miles and Mark. And the new record, Last Hero, comes out October 7th. And like I said, the singles, My Champion and Show Me a Leader, are available now. It was nice meeting you
Damn
guys.
good stuff,
Thanks for
guys.
having us. We appreciate it.
Outstanding.
yeah, tour starts next week too. So check them out.
And then later today, Octane, I believe, at 6 o'clock tonight, the whole band plugging in.
Are you guys doing Eddie Trunk's show tonight too?
We are.
All right, so it'll be on
Perfect.
Eddie on Hair Nation.
Right.
I think
He's
we're
on
recording
between-
at 6, but it's not going to air at 6.
Okay.
And he's on at 6 to 10, Eddie. So
All right.
somewhere in there.
We'll take a quick break. We got Alan Thicke next. Stay there. We're back. I want to thank Alter Bridge for doing a couple songs for us this morning. Jim Norton back tomorrow from Australia. Today we got Jim Florentine, Vic Henley, the Mad Cuban. Those guys are all right. First time I'm meeting Miles. Me and Mark figured out that we did some things back in the day in Boston.
With Creed?
Yeah.
Okay.
At AAF. The only station that really rocks.
Those two guys, like the nicest guys in the business, those two dudes.
Yeah, I remember Mark.
Mark Tremonti is so. I mean, if metal and hard rock music was as big as it was back like in the 80s,
Oh, forget it.
He'd be one of those guitar heroes.
Forget it.
He'd be in the Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Dimebag Darrell category. That's how good that guy is.
Yeah, he
downplays it.
Alan Thicke. Good morning, sir.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen anyone
Like a ghost.
Hey,
folks.
I looked up and
he's sneaking in. He's like,
here? What did I interrupt?
I've had
He's
bad
like-
dreams that didn't go this way.
he's like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm sneaking in there.
They shoved me in the door. I
He
swear.
smells wonderful,
I'm
too.
not trying. That's all I care about.
He smells fabulous.
Yeah, that and
Smells-
the hair. That's all I live for.
God, that's
Look
your
at
real,
him.
That's your. That's.
He's very dapper.
Can I say it? Is that your real hair?
It is.
Most of it, yeah.
No, he's going.
No, it is. It's the
that's
one
pretty
one thing
impressive.
I've been able. It's my legacy. The only thing I can count on passing on.
pro.
Pretty impressive.
Follicles.
He's a pro.
Oh
I'm
my
a follicle
goodness.
pro.
Your children are happy. They're never going to be bald.
Yeah, they will always have something to put a hat on.
Wow, you do
Yeah.
smell good. You're like you're.
I know it's been all farts and BO in here all morning. So thanks for to freshen it up in here.
You know, it's good to have a theme.
Right. That was going to be the name of the show, Farts and Beer.
Putting us to shame.
No, look at the suit.
I showered.
Well,
he's TV
I was
ready.
on TV this
He's TV
morning.
ready.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had brush and polish and spray.
Yeah. I got to ask you, how was the Rob Lowe roast?
It was hilarious and pretty outrageous. I mean, it's rough.
Yes, it was rough.
And I think, what was the show, like an hour on the air, but it was actually over 2 hours. It was close to 2.5 hours. So there was they took out the unairable stuff.
Everyone would love to.
The bad stuff.
Everyone would love to see the bad
didn't
stuff.
Yeah, it was. It's rough. It takes a thick skin, so to speak. Yeah, Rob's a neighbor of. I've known Rob forever, and he's a neighbor of ours out in the Santa Barbara area. So we didn't want to miss that.
Yeah, I think there was. They called Ann Coulter the C word because I don't want to say it in front of you.
Yeah.
But I think 51 times, something like 51 times.
Really? 51 times?
Yeah.
Did you squeeze one out?
I was there. I was in the front row and smiled and nodded a lot. And occasionally they'd cut on camera, but I didn't say anything.
You didn't mouth the word?
No. But I'm sitting with my wife, essentially giving me that look like if I ever hear that word out of your mouth.
Well, did you hum the Jeopardy theme and think it?
Well, we've talked over the years. That's the atom bomb, man.
Right.
You throw that word out, argument over.
Yeah.
Ooh, not good.
Did you ever run into Ron White? You know the comedian Ron? He was a Santa Barbara dude. I didn't know.
Yeah, Ron's actually a good buddy of ours.
I was going to say,
we went to the premiere of Roadies. He had a little viewing party at his house. He and Margot, who's also
Margot's fabulous, right?
Great singer, and he's terribly supportive of her, and they're very hospitable. So
see, everybody in Santa Barbara knows each other.
Yeah, it's 4
this
people.
is elite.
It's a population of 4.
Right. Yeah, Zemeckis is living in your pool house.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, I think what happened is that community started to form, especially the suburb of Santa Barbara, Montecito, started to form by people who were moving out of L.A. To get away from that crowd, and then they all ended up next door to each other.
Oh, really? Yeah. 70 miles away, 80 miles away, and they ended up 4 blocks apart.
But Vic has toured with Ron White
I've opened
forever.
For a long time.
I love Ron.
Great dude. I've been in that house.
Yeah.
He sold it. I couldn't believe he sold that house.
Well, yeah, he gets around. He's got that plane, and he's doing one-nighters and buying and selling real
tequila
estate.
companies.
Oh, crazy! Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I think he supports tequila company. I think it was economically smart.
He has said that. Yeah, it's better just to start
buy
a corporation.
The factory.
Exactly.
Yeah. Are you still playing hockey there, Alan?
I am. I'm not getting any better or faster, but I'm still out there, and I played in a remarkable exhibition game a couple of weeks ago with some. If you're hockey fans at all, you know Connor McDavid, who's like the #1 guy in the business right now, and Aaron Ekblad and Tanner Pearson from our own L.A. Kings. Anyway, and some Hall of Famers. And I really sucked. It's
did you not think you were gonna?
Not that you ever expect to be as good as them, but you play in these pro celebrity exhibitions, and you expect to keep up a little bit and not fall over the boards and be. I ended up saying, "Hey guys, I do my own stunts," because I was wiping. I was an ass.
You just
and
want
it was embarrassing, because we're all a little competitive, and whether you're playing co-ed softball or a little golf, or you don't want to be the jerk, and I crossed that line this year.
Did you?
I crossed the jerk line in hockey.
What did you do?
What's the penalty for?
5 minutes for jerking.
What was the moment where you went, I just passed the jerk line? Did you trip over your own skates?
I tried to, my shift was over, I'm trying to get over the boards back onto the bench. My skate blades are flying up in the air awkwardly, and I just about ended Connor McDavid's career and his life by executing him right there on the spot. My skates were flying around, and I thought, maybe the game is passing me by. Yeah. I still play in Gretzky's fantasy camp every year.
Right,
lots of fun. He gets some the pros and the Hall of Famers, and they'll play at our speed. I'm not sure I have a speed now.
Right.
Yeah, I've lost a step. I never had.
You and Gretzky are pretty damn close.
Yeah, we go way back, literally to when he came into the league at about 18. Coincidentally, I was producing the NHL All-Star Banquet that year, and it was in L.A. Coming up again in L.A. for the first time in all these years. But it was his first year in the league, so we kind of bonded and did a little work together in preparation for that. And great guy, exemplary.
His son-in-law won yesterday.
Dustin
Johnson won the tournament. I think he's ahead in the FedEx.
Oh, nice.
The FedEx standings now.
Yeah. Fine golfer. Married into a good family.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely, he did. Hockey saved your life. Is that true?
In a sense, yeah.
A few years back?
Well, I was playing with my son in our weekly pickup game, and at the end of the game, he said, "Well, you were really lousy today, Dad." And I said, "Yeah, I didn't feel quite right, and I felt sluggish." And we went to the doctors that afternoon for a quick checkup. It turned out I had only one lung. So I was skating on one lung. The
collapsed lung?
Yeah, I had a collapsed lung, and
God.
So I said, he said, and I was scheduled to get on an airplane. I was getting on an airplane. I was supposed to be flying to Boston doing a scene in an Adam Sandler movie, and I'm getting on a plane the next day. He said, "No, you're not." He said, "You need to go to the hospital." I said, "Okay, I'll go get a toothbrush and some deodorant." He said, "No, I mean now is when you have to go to the hospital." He said, "If your other lung goes, you're done, and certainly don't get on an airplane."
Right? Yeah, that would be a good thing.
That didn't hurt.
Alan Thicke is Canadian tough. You hear that? He's like, I had a collapsed lung.
That's right.
Kind of surprised by
on the next shift.
I've sacrificed many things for my love of the game. A few years ago, I got hit in the face with a puck. It was about 6 years ago, and I lost 5 teeth, these 5 front teeth, and my face was open from my nostrils down. I had 30 stitches. I took it right there, and it just opened up. That's how you know you're in trouble, because I was still standing up. I didn't fall down, but I could stick my tongue through my face. I said,
"Wow!"
And then, and when yeah, exactly. So I bent over and picked up my teeth, and the way when you're playing pickup hockey like that, guys are paying like $20 to play. We all chip in for the ice time. And these guys have no tolerance, so nobody's going to help you except to pick up your stick and get you over to the boards. There's nobody going to drive you to the hospital. Just get your ass off the ice. You are taking up our time. Yeah, the clock's running. You're eating up half our shift with your bleeding here. Get out of here.
But you're Alan Thicke.
It doesn't matter.
How much does it hurt to lose your teeth from a puck? I always wonder that. When you see that happen in the NHL.
It actually doesn't, because
doesn't really hurt.
I think it's a classic
so fast
reaction. It's an adrenaline reaction, which would happen if you cut yourself anywhere, anyhow. The first thing that kicks in is survival, and it's not that painful until you get the bill for it,
right?
For the cosmetic surgery and the dental work, and so you don't feel it at first. Like I said, I didn't even go down. I just you pick up your stuff and you get in the car and you go to the hospital.
And you 5 dental implants?
Yeah, it took a couple of years by the time I got all that put back in.
Well, they look terrific.
He looks wonderful.
They look
he does look good.
The teeth and the hair, it's an item.
Did they put the real teeth back in that you picked up off the ice?
No, I still have a couple of those I saved as souvenirs to remind me.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, I have. I'll get them bronzed or whatever
you got them in a jar or something in your nightstand?
They're in pickle juice. I have pickled teeth.
Florentine's got to go. You can't leave.
He's got an audition. He's got an audition.
That's it.
Alan Thicke knows the importance of an audition.
I have an audition.
Jim's got an audition.
So I have
Excellent.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And this is for what?
It's for a TBS show. Play a lawyer. So I gotta go.
I can negotiate that for you.
Hey, take him with you. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, show up with Alan Thicke. You're going to
Do you
get
want
the
to borrow
fucking
the
part.
jacket?
I would love to. 'Cause
Can I loan you my hair? I got some teeth in a jar over here. You might like.
I really need your acting chops, is what I need, because I have none.
Do you have a jacket in the car? So
I got
you
a
look
suit.
like a lawyer.
I got
All
a
right,
suit
you're gonna look
in my trunk.
Okay, Alan, you got any pointers?
No,
Maybe.
he looks like the lawyer from Breaking Bad right now. He's better called Saul. He's got that look.
Saul. All right.
Very casual. It's
Yeah,
the t-shirt.
you need
The t-shirt lawyer look. I think you've nailed it.
You need a colorful suit. Like,
Well, it's either that or I was going to wear an AC/DC shirt, but I'm like, I don't know if a lawyer would wear that.
Well, the young clients wouldn't recognize it.
You know, it's a court scene, so I have to. I guess have to look a little professional.
Any pointers, Alan Thicke, for Florentine's
I would say
audition?
just go in and be litigious right off the bat.
So just tell him, look, if I don't get this role, I'm suing you.
Yeah.
I'm suing you right off the bat.
Go in.
That's perfect. It's good advice. All right. Florentine's got to get out of here. Do you mind if he plugs his stuff in front of you, Alan Thicke?
Please.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Where are you going to be, Jim?
Where am I going to be?
House of Comedy in Phoenix, September 21st through the 25th?
Yeah, and then Saratoga Springs.
Upstate.
September 29th
New York.
to October 1st, New York.
And at Mr. Jim Florentine on the old Twitter. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just, I might get this.
Where do we get our tickets?
Because
It's not a full plug.
I worked here 2 hours ago. You should have been here all morning.
It's not a real plug yet.
There's a few still available. It's weird.
Yeah, he's all right.
But just the ones in the front row.
Yeah, well, those are the VIP. They're $5 extra.
Yeah, no, it's not like fun to be there.
$5.
Yeah,
$5.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You get the upgrade.
All over Florida, too. You're in Boca Raton. You're in Hollywood.
Florida.
Whoa. So you go right from Boca to Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
You don't
I got a common itinerary.
I got a 3-day break in between. So
you don't like the routing of his schedule?
No, it's got Snoop Dogg's driver. That's it. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Alan Thicke's doing time.
And then
He's doing time.
I got Fairview Heights, Illinois after Ohio.
That
so.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you could Uber that one.
He's on a roll. He's on a roll.
Yes, he is. All right, well, Florentine, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
I guess
and maybe, look, Alan, if you want to come to a show, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll try to catch Cuyahoga Falls.
Hey, Dan Marino went to one of his shows. I'm going to stick up for Florentine.
Yeah.
Big
Marino
Marino fan, and also Marino gets a hold of Florentine and says, I'm going to go check you out.
Excellent.
Maybe a better head of hair. If
He's
there's
a
a better
fine
head
man.
of hair than this.
Yeah.
Fine man.
It's Dan Marino.
He is, right?
Yeah. Had the pleasure of a couple charity golf tournaments with him. Fine fellow.
Yeah, he's a good golfer,
He will
too.
laugh his ass off. You want him in the front row.
Yeah.
He was in the back.
He was in the back.
Yeah, you don't want everybody.
You don't want everyone focusing on him,
Dan
though.
Marino. It'd be like if you were sitting in the front
good
row.
point. You see?
Yeah, so you stick him in the back so no one's looking at his reactions and everything.
That's why you're that's on top of your game to know things like that.
Plus, I get part of the door, so the VIP tickets, I get that extra money. I'm like, I'm not giving one up for free.
When you say part of the door, you don't mean you're opening and closing.
Now you've gone too far. You got cocky.
Now you're hurting everybody around.
No, I'm looking over his shoulder at this itinerary, and that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of comedy.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of laughs in that couple of weeks right there.
I guess. All right, thanks, Jim. All right, I think you got to. I don't know how you do it. I guess you just got to leave awkwardly.
Go.
You know.
If you think of it, when you see Dan, tell him Robin Thicke's dad said hello.
How often he play on that
Just in
card
case he doesn't remember me, you know.
How about we're not even going to talk about your son right now?
Yeah.
It's all about Alan Thicke. That's what I say.
There you go.
Hey, speaking of golf, really fast, because you're.
Hey, Jim.
Good meeting you.
Pleasure.
Absolutely.
You're good friends with Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly acquaintances. I played in his tournament for many, many years. Robin sang at his wedding, and we go back a ways.
Is he a good golfer? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, he's as good as a professional athlete who's not a professional golfer can be. You know, it's a tough sport. Everybody in every sport wants to play golf.
Yeah.
And none of them can. I mean, not in a touring kind of sense, you know, so makes it a very challenging sport, and that's why they're all out for the each other's tournaments and the celebrity fundraisers. It ain't easy.
Does he have a good golf swing?
Oh, yeah. Michael's as good as the amateur golfers from another sport can be. You know, Gretzky's good at it. There's, you know, if you watch that tournament from Tahoe every summer, and
Ray Romano,
the same guys pop up every. Jeremy Roenick, speaking of hockey, the wonderful golfer. But yeah, there's a few guys who are close to scratch. But golf's a tough game. You know, there's millions of people playing it, and only a few you've heard of.
Did Rick Rhoden, former Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher, did he play on the senior tour? I thought, or he wanted to.
He might have a couple of guys.
They all say they're going to get so good that they're going to play on the.
There were a couple guys
Dan Quinn
that tried the senior tour.
On the senior tour, exactly.
Hockey guy.
Jerry Rice was talking about it for a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hockey players in general are pretty good at golf.
What's the most amount of money you lost to Jordan?
I wouldn't go near that.
Come on, say.
No,
you've lost money playing golf with Michael Jordan. You're a lying sack of shit. Wow, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You've lost money to Michael Jordan.
No, you're right. I'm a lying sack of that, but not for that reason.
Okay, all right.
He used to have his tournament in the Bahamas, and at night when everybody's in the casino, I would see him, and he would draw a crowd, and these guys are throwing down 100,000 at a pop. And, you know, it's okay if you're going to lose $500,000 a night if you're Michael Jordan, but the rest I wouldn't even ask for a seat there.
Yeah.
I did have an occasion about a year ago warming up in Vegas, practice round before the Derek Jeter tournament. Derek took over a tournament in Vegas from Michael, and they paired me with Patrick Peterson, Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, nice,
lovely fella.
LSU,
and then they put two other guys in our foursome just to round it out, and these guys didn't know who Patrick was, didn't recognize me, knew nothing, but were insisting on betting. So, you know, finally, after being really a little obnoxious about it, frankly, we figured, okay, it's a $5 bet per hole. We'll take it. Right. These guys want, no, $50 a hole. And I think, well, wait a minute, do they know who my partner is? Right. You know, like all pro and no body fat. Anyway, so we didn't really want to do it. We lost the first hole, 117 in a row. These guys weren't even speaking to each other. They're putting car bombs in each other's trash. It was funny to see them disintegrate, but always fun, and you know, those are always for a good cause, and all the guys have a tournament, and you sort of make that circuit.
What's your handicap?
14.
All right, that means he's
I'm double digit.
Yeah, that's what Ron. Ron's about
if he's
that,
saying 14, he's about an 11.
Oh, he's fudging.
Yeah,
Ron and I are in the same family.
Okay.
No, I think it's important. It's important to know your actual legitimate score, because otherwise, that you're either a sandbagger or you're a total failure for these guys who are paying money to play with you and contributing to a charity.
It's the putting, right? It's all about the putting,
except for the driving and the iron.
Okay.
The only other job I had was a caddy. I caddied for like 15 years, and I would see these guys. They made sure to pad their handicaps. I would watch them miss putts on regular days just to keep it a little, you know.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So then when they were in those money rounds, they use it to their advantage.
In the Tahoe tournament, I didn't play this year. I played a couple of years ago, and it is true that, I mean, you really do get the yips, you know, when it's the real thing. And it's not a team game there. You're playing by yourself. So I'm standing over some 2-foot putts and thinking, I've never been here before. What is this thing doing in my hand? And for anybody who thinks there's no exercise in golf, look at your sphincter gets a workout when those.
Got it tight one day.
You know, boy,
it's like Kegel exercises.
I could bench press 500 with that.
Your asshole.
With that item,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
They're saying you got to go in a few minutes. We're just getting warmed up.
I've missed a couple.
We haven't even talked about your show, and they're saying you got to go.
We have to do that.
Of course.
What's it called again?
Unusually Thick.
Yeah,
New season begins Wednesday, September 21st at 9 p.m. on Pop. Now I know what the show is about, but but for the people that haven't seen it, Alan, in your words.
Season 3, it's kind of a sitcom reality. We're improvising the dialogue, but we kind of know the stories we're trying to tell, and they're real stories from our lives. And this year we're stepping a little bit out of ourselves and doing stories ripped from the headlines that we do that have actually happened to us. We're doing a same-sex dating show. We've got cyber bullies, social media haters. We actually, my wife Tanya has a confrontation, arranges to see them in person.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's got to be good.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Unleash. Take the pit bull off the chain.
Let her go.
Yeah, let her go.
And,
that's right. Yeah.
I do the first cannabis commercials. I do pot spots on the show. We have an accidental porn shoot that takes place next door one day.
Great show. It's called Thursday at my house.
There's a biker brawl where I run afoul of a group of bikers. Really happened, and so we're dealing with stuff instead of just with family this time around. And it's pretty funny, lots of fun.
Yeah, it's a mockumentary.
Do people mistake the people that don't recognize you and they see you with your wife? Do they think it's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation kind of thing?
I suppose. Yeah, that would be the first thing they would assume. Yeah.
No. How often am I going to get a chance to tease Alan Thicke? I'm not going to get a chance to tease him.
You hated Alan
I don't hate him. She's just hot.
He must be raising money for something.
No, nothing. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe it's just the family. Yeah, I do have a kid in college now, so I use those senior bus coupons.
I get to tease Alan Thicke.
You smoked a pot there, Alan?
I have a son. My eldest son owns a dispensary.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
No, actually, what
in California?
A few years ago, somebody asked Snoop Dogg on a show. I think it was Howard Stern, who was the most unusual guy he'd ever smoked weed with. And he said, Alan Thicke. Well, meanwhile, Robin's phone starts ringing off the hook because the guy said, hey, is that true about your dad? Yeah. And the truth was, I was at a party with Snoop, and so we were all at the party together. I admitted nothing. I signed no affidavit. I did not get in the squad car with the rest of them. But I think it was a secondhand smoke issue.
You could admit to smoking pot.
Okay.
You can.
I just did.
Right. Even Obama.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Even Obama.
No,
saying that he smokes some pot.
I don't have any big bad habits. I'm
little taste every once in a while for Mr. Thicke.
Very moderation in everything.
Canadian legend.
That's a good business to be in, huh?
What's that?
The pot business.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. If you get in now, you got to get in early.
Are you do you have the Canadian award? What, like the Congressional Medal of Honor? What do they call it in Canada?
I am on the Canadian Walk of Fame. You can go fondle my star in Toronto.
I've done that. It's right outside Massey Hall.
right around the corner.
You know where it is.
I know where it is. Absolutely.
I think you're being really weird with Alan Thicke.
No, Massey Hall's a landmark. Everybody in Toronto knows where Massey. Charlie Chaplin was on the stage at Massey Hall.
They're saying you got to go. This sucks. You got to come back for a longer visit, Alan.
Love to.
Alan Thicke. The show's called Unusually Thick. New season begins Wednesday, September 21st at 9 p.m. on Pop.
Yeah, it's our third year.
And it's
the little show that could.
Yeah, it's doing quite well. And then the Twitter, it's at Alan_Thicke, right?
Yeah.
Sure enough, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Seems like, no, that
Close
sounded
enough.
authentic.
Close enough.
Like he knew what he was talking about.
He's a professional.
Why don't we wrap up? Can we get a picture with you?
Anything you like.
All right, Vic, real fast, what do you got? You going
this weekend with Kathleen Madigan in Pittsburgh Friday, and Baltimore Saturday, and Omaha, Nebraska next month.
All right, and the Mad Cuban?
I'm going to IKEA with my wife later.
I got nothing. Carl owns a restaurant. He owns restaurants.
I own restaurants in Jersey. You'll never be there.
He's on the Food Network.
I'm on the Food Network.
He's an upcoming star.
I'm on Chopped this week.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Don't have a prayer.
The crack. Oh, you're competing?
Yeah.
Who are the judges?
Is that Celebrity Chopped? Obviously.
Yeah.
Are you cooking? I can fix it for you, Alan.
I've been on the show once as a judge.
Right.
When they had children on. I was judging children
Those
cooking.
kids, the moms. Aren't they intense, the moms?
Stage mothers.
Oh, the worst.
Stove mothers.
Yeah, stove mothers.
Yeah. But so now I'm competing.
He could give you a little something.
Yeah, he can hook you up if you want to win. We can put the figure.
What day is it? Maybe I can help.
Get a napkin and write something out real fast.
A little Opie power. We can change the direction of the show.
Has anybody ever cooked with cannabis on that show?
I have, but in my trailer.
Okay. Make sure you're watching.
All right.
Nice.
You got the double vision 10 today, Travis, for a little foreigner.
He's reaching.
It's
he's
a
looking.
long story. It's
hitting
it's
it.
a callback.
Yeah, we
all
mentioned
right.
foreigner earlier.
It was nice to finally meet Alan Thicke, Vic Henley. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Carl, thank you.
Thank you.
And we got it. All right, we end with this. See you tomorrow.
Okay.